Like when he ran the marathon.
This is a Cottonelle toilet paper service announcement. Your toilet paper leaving you with an unclean feeling you can't shake? You deserve Cottonelle Ultra Clean.
Like when he ran the marathon, I was like, I wouldn't have did that. Like he definitely is turned up. Pause. Like he has a lot of energy, and I admired the fact that he was able to stay relevant over and over again. I couldn't understand it. I'd be like, how did he get that deal? He always gets those deals, you know. I was definitely transparent. I was definitely sort of pissed off because I felt like I started that thing with the vodka and the liquor and the arming deal. I remember having a conversation with him at the MTV Awards and him asking me, like, how'd you do that, blah, blah, blah. And he went and did it a different way and made a lot of money from it. But I was like, in my brain, I was like, he's always copying. You know what I mean? Like, and
so if you ain't here today, man, we ain't gonna. If you here, ain't no boxing talk. Won't be no boxing talk today. I'm gonna be talking my bullshit. If you paying attention to what's going on, man, a lot of shit is crumbling. So
the walls are coming down.
Yeah. So I'll keep it real with y'all. I'm a Dame Dash fan. I don't agree with everything Dame has ever done, but there's a lot of artists that said we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for Dame. You have to have that bulldog to go in there and talk to them people any kind of way because they're trying to keep every dollar, and Dame know where they money at. That's another reason they don't like him. So Steve Stout, who just from after like just hearing this shit, like the reason that he got hit in the head with a fucking bottle from Diddy is because they did the Hate Me Now video. They both were on the cross. Diddy got a call probably from Clive Davis saying, hey, you can't do that. He probably got a call from the higher up saying, hey, you can't do that. So then he told Steve that hey, don't show that piece of me, don't show that clip of me on the cross. Don't show me on the cross. So he wasn't going to show him on the cross. At least that's what he said. The video come out. Guess who's on the cross? Diddy. What did Diddy do? Goes to Steve Stout's office, kick in the door, and beat the shit out of him and his bodyguards. Then you sue him. Then y'all taking pictures. I ain't taking no pictures of a nigga that bust me in the head over a bottle. But let's hear Dame talk about it.
It's sometimes I'd wonder, like,
it's about
how does he get that deal? Like, I have a
11,
great
12
idea.
minutes more, he start
Our
talking.
dysfunction, us being dependent on them. And that's what was so disturbing about this situation to me, is because people obviously knew this was going on because it was going on. And the amount of people that have said, I've never seen it, it's like they must have been really programmed to be quiet about it. And that means, I'm telling you, that circle there, that's the circle that, you know, a person like myself with the idea.
Them shits is called NDAs. Non-disclosure agreements. You think you go to a party like that and you ain't signing one of them? If you don't sign one, you ain't going. If Dwight Howard got motherfuckers signing NDAs, you don't think Diddy do?
Deals and the moral fabric that I have, you would be real surprised if I would take any money to do those things. Again, how could the person that invented pause be at one of those parties? I'd be walking around with the button being like, yeah, I'm gonna leave one here. They'd be mad at me. They'd be like, get out of here, Dame, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's not even conceivable that I would tolerate any of that. And people know that about me. So for me, it's made me really depend on the people I love, focus on the things that matter, and it's made it to where I could build a future for my family later. So that's why America New was so important, because I needed a platform, because I'm looking at what's going on. So like I'm just noticing that Steve Stout keeps talking about me in interviews. So that means that there was a conversation, because that's the type of bitch ass nigga that he is. That he'll have a conversation. He had it 20 years ago, unsaid it on Vlad TV. That there was we're actually conspiring to get Damon out the business. And I know he must be like, damn, it's 20 years later, and I still have to talk about how I can minimize Damon or make it look like what he's doing or belittle anything that I'm doing. I don't know. Does Steve Stout have children? I don't know. And, you know, he's one of those guys that get a lot of deals. And, you know, he's cut from a.
I wonder how he keep getting them deals. He's got really no talent. He just be there and his name get put on shit. Like, if y'all don't know, I'm old enough to know. Steve Stout was probably a person on the rise, a great talent on the rise, but he was a hang around. He was a hang around when Dame was that guy. When Dame couldn't miss. You went to Dame for everything. And then these guys, I guess they hung around long enough. And it was like, well, you can we'll put you in a position. But that's what Steve Stout is, bro. Like, he ain't like, now Dame done does some shit. And Dame, you know, he blackballed himself. I ain't gonna say, but he talked himself, and then he trusted somebody that stabbed his ass in the back 100,000 times, and is still stabbing him in the back to this day. But I'm gonna let Dame finish, because you know he broke, and he ain't that. And that's a big ass house for a broke nigga. I wish I was broke like that.
Completely different cloth than me. Like, Puff himself cracked him in the head with a bottle. He sued Puff. And then a couple of years later, they taking pictures like nothing happened. I mean, I guess that's like taking the bigger. I'm not cut from that cloth. I'm not going to be all right with somebody cracking me in the head with a bottle. That Keith Murray story where, you know, I got hit in the head with a bottle, that shit happened. Biggs got into a beef with Keith Murray. One day, Biggs called me. He had just got his legend. And he's like, yo, you know this kid, Keith Murray? And I'm like, yeah, he's got that beautiful thing in the world. He's new. He's on job.
Okay. He's talking about Kareem Biggs Burke, who at the end of the day, it's three of them. See, this is why you either do it by yourself, or you got to have a committee that's like that you can fuck with, because at the end of the day, and it was fucked up, and Kanye even said it. I don't think he's supposed to say it. That's why I think they started putting him on. They started fucking with his bipolar medicine. Yeah, it was fucked up that Dame discovered me, but I went with Jay. I didn't stay with Dame. He did say that. Damn, I should have stayed with him. I should have stayed with Dame. He went and did all that shit with Hov, and now look at what he's saying. Calling them niggas feds. You gotta be careful, man. Word. And Kareem Biggs Burke went with Hov. But Hov didn't come to fight with you. Hov didn't come fight with nobody like that. It definitely wasn't for you. He said he had Dame do that. That's Dame's job. So this is, I get where Dame comes from, being loyal to a fault. That shit can kill you.
I think Eric, I forgot his last name, worked their job, so I knew about him through him. He was like, man, I think, you know, we had like a little car accident. He got cute. He got slick. Next time I see him, punching him in his face. And I'm like, huh? I said, let me make a call. So I tried to make the call, get it squashed. Bottom line, that day we go to Maria Davis's club, and he's in there. Me, him, and Jay. Clark Kent's in there. A lot of dudes that be with Jay from Brooklyn. And, you know, Biggs got to him and pulled him by his car and started decking him. So, I start fighting. I'm fighting. And all of a sudden, I get hit in the head with a bottle. And I'm like, oh shit, I thought I got shot. But when I realized I didn't, I was hot. So they all ran. And I don't know, somebody threw this shit. It wasn't like I got hit in the head. But I ran outside, they ran, they was throwing bottles from up the street. And what really made me mad was like Clark and Trevor, and I forgot who else. They were like looking through the window and they were throwing the bottles, and a bottle hit the door and it cut them. So now they cut, and I'm tight because nobody had help. It was just me, Biggs, and Jay fighting, and all these dudes were there.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about #1 prescribed.
But I was really tight about that shit. And yeah, we went, and again, I was in a different frame of mind back then. But, I went back to Brooklyn and was like, yo, y'all niggas supposed to be tough. Y'all left me, blah, blah, blah. And like a week later, we heard he was going to perform somewhere. And, I got to give it to homie. He pulled up with some real wild Brooklyn niggas, about 10 cars full. And people I knew, like, you be in Brooklyn? And they were wild. And I'm glad we didn't catch up to him, And, I went up in the office and was like, yo, you got to give me some money, like that. Like I need 10 grand or something. I don't even remember how we resolved it. But at the end of the day, I'm still a little like, yo, if a nigga that hit me with the bottle, I don't know if we'd be taking pictures. I definitely wouldn't sue that person. That wasn't what my mind frame was on. And also, the way I met him again is he had lipstick on. They put a wig on him. He was tolerant of it. He was all right with it. He still was working with these people after they humiliated him. So my point is, he doesn't mind being humiliated. He doesn't mind people abusing him, and he'll still be at a table smiling just for the picture. And in that table, the same people that are abusing him, I'm sure, are sending him saying, yo, you got to go say this, that, and the third. My point is, he's making it obvious that there's an agenda to downplay or minimize or compromise or have a different perception for anything that I'm doing. But he's just so, the grail is to be next to Jay. That's your grail, to be next to Jay. That's not my Jay. That wasn't what, to be next to another man will never dictate how great I am. So if there's an agenda for you to talk about me like there was the last 20 years, you're making it obvious. It lets me know you're scared. You pussy. And not about physical war or violence. We already know how that went. I smacked the shit out of you. I'm talking about, again, company for company. Who's doing the most for the culture? So, Steve, you supposed to be this dude? I dare you to drop a television network. And I dare you to drop an album. Let's go, because 50 didn't want that smoke. Being that you want to keep talking about, you got all that money, you raised all that money, you let all these people beat your ass for that money. However you got it, you got it. You should be able to drop a network right now. You should be able to drop a record right now. You should be able to drop a clothing line right now, a book. You should be able to walk into school and teach them how to be better.
You can't. You can't do shit like that when you a fucking puppet.
Where you at? Instead of talking about, he dropped the holy grail. He's not up under Jay.
This nigga got a surfboard with Dame Dash Studios on it. This nigga's different.
Who was up under? I'm not doing that. That's not the game I play. I got children that look up to me. They could never be like, yo, that dude smacked you, and you still, why did you do that? Why did somebody hit you in the head with a bottle? Why do people keep punking you all the time? And why are you a black man that hates black people?
So it's getting ugly out here in these Hollywood streets. Getting ugly. It's getting ugly. Steve Stout going on the pivot talking about Dame. And if you don't know, right? If you don't know, you got stuck over there. For the last few months, the last few months, Cam and Mace had been talking about they were in the rights to they had bought a certain percentage of Rockefeller or something, or they was just they was saying that they did or something like that, right? But they, like Cam had alluded that they had got a call. I should have went and looked for it. My fault, y'all. If somebody asked, let me get that. How much you want for that? But there's a reason why he holding on. There's a reason why he holding on to that. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why he holding on to that sale. So it was a reason that why Dame was holding on to it, because Dame was trying to maximize it. And if Jay and Big want it, they're gonna have to pay top dollar, right? So CJ was good, bro. Was good. Was good. Was good. Was good. What's good, AK? CW, what's going on, baby? I'm gonna drop the link in a second. I just gotta cook for a second and show some shit. And then niggas, let me refresh niggas' memory. So Steve Stout went on an interview, right? As big as and did an interview at a platform as big as the Pivot, and saying that Dame's doing bad. And you got TMZ and Breakfast Club and all of them, they talking about Hov can stop the sale. He can stop the sale under the Copyright Act, but Dame has something else, which that's total bullshit. Right? Dame is saying, well, I can just show it to you. Fuck it. I ain't got it. I was just looking at it. He wants everybody to have the same smoke about can he sell this and can he sell that. It's in that interview. This is it. Yeah, that's exactly why, Dame. Let me just delete Steve Stout name. All I gotta do is type in J. Is we good? Man, fuck all that. So you gotta watch the tactics. Oh shit, niggas didn't even hear that. Hold on, y'all. Y'all didn't even hear that. My fault. Hold on. Let me play that back. My fault. I thought I had this shit up, y'all. Give me a second. But so you gotta watch the tactics of powerful people, right? If you don't know what the fuck is actually going on, they're scared the shit out of you. They're scared the shit out of you, right? So these niggas ain't getting no like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't getting no damn facial on my shit, but I will play it again. Like,
Is that
98? In other words, right, and RAF is entitled, he has a termination right state, not me. Jay-Z's statements today that my lawyer brought to my attention, and I was really surprised that TMZ, The Breakfast Club, and Earn Your Leisure haven't spoken about this shit. So this was filed by New York State, not me. Jay-Z's statements to the press have poisoned the environment for the auction. He has claimed that he has a termination right under the Copyright Act and that the rights of reasonable doubt will revert to him in 6 years. In fact, he has no such termination right, and RAF is entitled to renewal term, which is now 67 years, meaning it will own the copyrights until the year 2098. In other words, the highest possible auction price could be more than 10 times higher than it is likely now.
Damn.
now, what Jay was doing is Jay trying to block the sale, right? So if you block the sale long enough, right? If you block the sale long enough with propaganda, I mean, the most you're gonna pay is a fine, right? But you may have scared off all, the potential buyers that you had at the beginning, because rich people that got, sometimes they're interested in it then, and they're not interested in it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So what he's trying to do is, for as long as he can, is hold off potential buyers so he can try to negotiate with Dame, because it's been said, I don't know, like if you're a hip hop head, it's been said that Jay wants 100% a reasonable doubt. I don't know what the fuck he's got. Like if he want to make reasonable doubt 2 or whatever. But the rights to that shit to Rockefeller, he wants all of that, right? But Dame just don't want to sell it to him, or it's like he somehow, like whoever makes the sale or some shit, Jay trying to get it, but I don't think he's trying to pay that price. And people are trying to pay the price. I mean, look how much that dude paid for with the for that Wu album. You know what I'm saying? Before, like, that shit was years and years before the Wu actually got that album back, and that guy, you know what I'm saying, done talked all that shit and did all of that. So ain't no telling what somebody will do with that album, like they did, or that the label, they want it. What if your enemy gets it? So there's some shady people out there, man. So like, Jay, why would you be wanting to damn block the trade so bad? Why would you not want that? You know what I'm saying? This feels like when Diddy was blocking Gene Deal's book, saying that he was trying to put up, he would threaten him with a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really want that heat before you're making money, unless you with it, unless you just got a legal team just for that. Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah. 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 He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I mean, you can look at it like, if we came into this shit and we came into this shit together to take over, and eventually, like, you made a business move that was for you and not for us. And that move completely, wiped me out. Like, it didn't wipe me out like financially, but like just like for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga that I call my brother, and this nigga ain't even from where I'm from, nigga I call my brother, we doing this, we going all over the world, we getting hundreds of millions of dollars, and you can turn on me just like that. Like, you ain't gonna have no conversation with me, or like we ain't gonna have no meeting, Yeah, I'm not gonna say that like Dame was completely out of control, but yeah, Jay made a what they will call a shrewd business decision. That's exactly what Jay-Z did to Dame Dash. And anything that was Dame Dash and was related to him. Anything that was affiliated with him, them two together, he basically killed. Because this would have been over a long time ago if Biggs and Dame would have sold a portion of Reasonable Doubt. This shit would have been over a while ago, but they didn't do that. Chris, what's going on, bro?
What's up, Pop? I just need some information, man. You know, I'm hearing you talking about Jay-Z and Dame, so what I saw, he like fucked them over those three business guys, right?
Well, it was, if I'm not mistaken, the guys that owned, like the CEOs of Rockefeller, Kareem Biggs Burke, Dame Dash, and Hov. I think Biggs was locked up, if not, but they couldn't get the Biggs like that. They definitely couldn't. They definitely know that, like, you know what I'm saying, Dame wasn't gonna come over to their side and do that shit. So Jay, they got the Jay.
Oh, okay.
They got the Jay basically. They got the Jay like, hey, listen, because you gotta think, like, yeah, Dame's an asshole, he's aggressive, but he's the one you want on your team.
Yeah, he was the hype man, right?
Nah, he's not. No, he's the nigga that goes into the damn boardroom and say, I know where y'all got the money at. I know the numbers. You can't hide it from me. You can't try to give me $5 million when I know you motherfuckers got 70 million. And we the whole reason that you even got that from the last shit. No, I want half, motherfucker, right now. Plus this on the next album. Oh, dang, oh, word, boom, here go the numbers right here, boom, here go the books, bam, 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 you know what I'm saying? And if you don't, nigga, we don't even need y'all. Y'all need us. Boom, you know what I'm saying? We just came from independent. That's why y'all signed us. We out here. Okay, Dame, okay. See, the video that they show Dame spazzing, like, because it looked bad because you got this bald, you know, I got bald head. You got this bald head black man yelling at these white people. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, anybody with a bald head just stupid strong and you know what I'm saying? Bald head niggas is built different. You, hold on, nigga, you bald head in your 20s, something up. So Dame was, that nigga, like, why you screaming on these white people like that? Cause why y'all having a meeting about my artists without any of my people?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all telling Bleak he can be on the Def Jam bus during that the Hard Knock Life tour and the remember that shit with Rough Riders and Method Man, all them shit?
Uh-huh.
You telling Bleak he can be on the Def Jam bus, he can fuck with them. You giving him a Def Jam jacket. We got a whole Rockefeller goddamn bus and Rockaway gear. He don't need your shit.
Damn.
But you know, like, you putting it on them. You know what I'm saying? You putting it on them, making them feel great. Like, yo, you know, your budget could be crazy. You know, we right there behind Jay. Not knowing, like, and Dame, like, we don't know. We just like, whatever, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, give me a free jacket. But not being, you being younger and not seeing what Dame's seeing, Dame, like, you don't even know, nigga. All through the videos, when niggas see the video, you got on the Def Jam jacket.
Yeah.
You don't got on the Rockefeller jacket. You don't got on the Rockaway. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's type of shit Dame was on. Like, nah, nigga, y'all niggas is building your record label off my artist. This is not your heat. This is my heat.
Gotcha.
So yeah, yeah, man. Like, when you just be common sense, like, if you doing business with somebody and y'all niggas make tons of money, and then out the blue, y'all niggas be like, y'all get into it a little bit. Boom. Y'all sell the company, right?
Yeah.
And then out the blue, right after we damn announced that we sold the company or we selling it, who becomes fucking president of Def Jam?
It was Jay-Z, but
Jay-Z becomes president of Def Jam right after the sale of Rockefeller. And who did they sell Rockefeller to? Def Jam. What did Def Jam turn around and do because he took that job?
I'll try.
I don't know if it was Rockefeller or the Rights to Reasonable Doubt, but that's what they did, bro. Like, so when you look at it, it's like it's a shrewd move on one side, but if you're Dame, yeah, nigga, that's some slick shit you just did, bro.
Cause I always thought Dame was the hype man. I didn't know he was behind the scenes, the businessman. So
He was the business.
Yo, I'm gonna put it to y'all like this: the real nigga behind the business was Brian Biggs.
Brian Biggs, yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about Kareem? You talking about his brother, or you talking about Kareem Biggs?
No, I'm talking about Kareem Brown skin.
Kareem, yeah, Burt, yeah, Kareem Biggs, Burt.
Muslim. His before he actually, I guess, changed his name after his shahada, he was Brian, and that's who Big.
Okay, so you got me there, AC. You got me.
That's what
from Brooklyn, AC. So you definitely got me.
Yeah, because I did work with him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I don't know if he did it when he went to jail or before that, but he changed his name to Kareem.
I think it was sometime in the mid 90s he took his shahada, because when you listen to the Reasonable Doubt album or the first 3 albums up into the Blueprint, he was just Biggie. J.O. was just
called him Big,
him as Brian or Biggs.
Big, yeah. Called him Big.
When he was in the telly trying to crunch them numbers before we got that deal.
So am I not mistaken? Because I know Biggs did a bid because he got caught with crazy amount of weed.
Yeah.
So did he do it? Like, did he change his name then though? Like when you got time on your hands then when you sitting down.
I think he did it like back in the day before he really got into it, but the music industry made him say, you know what, let me take my shahada serious. I'm gonna take my name, blah blah blah, and everything else like mad serious. Because back then it was all kind of fuckery in this shit, bro. Like I could tell you, I've been in parties and I done seen some shit. So
that's what we talking about, because everybody else talking about it. That's why we talking about it, my nigga.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is this, basically, when you talking to the business person behind it, Biggs was the number dude. He had the business savvy. He knew how to rock the LLCs and everything. Dame shit was, now you got to remember where Dame came from. Dame Dash came from fucking with Diddy, and both of them niggas was fucking with Al Heyman. That's where they got to really meet each other and learn. So Dame knew the contracts and how to go out and get venues and how to talk to the music industry people. Brian didn't know shit like that. Brian just knew the business side. All right, if we gonna make this shit a business and we gonna flip this shit, we got to do it legitimately. Like, let's do this. After we do this, let's get our done in Bradstreet. After we get our done in Bradstreet, make sure we register with FCC and all of that type of shit, so we can get this business credit so we could start our own. And that's what I like. Like, if you really sit down and holler at this dude, he will put you on how to be a millionaire. If you got the resources, you'll be a millionaire within a year.
He just ain't the one that you run around.
He hates the cameras. He hates being on the cameras like that. You feel what I'm saying? That's not what he do. You feel what I'm saying? But
that's real. Like, when I give it that, like the Bigs, like, I mean, you would see him on the album cover. They probably force him into the video or something.
Yeah, you really
Dame popping tags, man. Like, yo, come on, man. Like, Dame's the ultimate. Like, all the shit you did.
Dame is like who he was in those Rockefeller movies. It was like Dame was playing himself. Jay was playing himself. You feel what I'm saying? So you knew these two dudes. That's what they wanted to be, and that's where the beef between Jay-Z, Jazz, and Jaz-O came into play.
Yeah, that beef too.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Because Jay-Z was coming into his own, and when he would freestyle for niggas, like Jazz and Jaz-O just couldn't hit it like that because they didn't have that relationship to the street like that. If you really listen to Jay-Z, he was like Nas in a certain sense, to whereas his toughest lyrics was always about the streets. You feel what I'm saying? But when you really go back to I really wanted to just tie it all together with the whole Def Jam stuff. People got to remember, and this is where Dame fucked up. Dame didn't remember. They were all put on at first by Rockefeller. I mean, by Def Jam.
Well, hold on, wait. Because, and I gotta get this nigga hit because he swung 3 times and this motherfucker hit 3 grand slams. You know, Irv got him over there. They was in that shit deal.
Yeah.
So, and then they didn't even want him. Like, Irv had to fight for these niggas.
Yeah.
So it's a whole lot, bro, that go behind like what really happened and shit like that. And then that's why like shit is crazy. Like when niggas was like, well, Irv, like how did Irv get back on? Because he went with Jay and not Dame.
You talking about Primo, Irv, and Easy Mo.
Yep.
These 3 niggas had the heart. These niggas could get you in the Def Jam just with a phone call. You just went over their crib and everything. And I've been in Easy Mo crib. You feel what I'm saying? Back in the day when he lived on Herkimer and shit like that. We used to just go over there and smoke weed and listen to this dude make beats all fucking day. You feel what I'm saying? Plus, Easy Mo was a pit bull dude, so he'd have a front yard and all of our dogs be outside, you know, just chained up to the gate while
nobody coming in there.
Yeah, exactly. And the studio was on like the first floor, like that, like the side entrance that's under the steps that you see, with a lot of Brooklyn brownstones and shit like that.
Yeah, brownstone.
So that's how Easy Mo shit was, and we was there when young what the fuck is these dudes' name again? Because they live damn near right down the block from this nigga. Damn, it's gonna come to me. But we would see Big over there. We would see Trigger the Gambler, Trigger and his brother and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? We see them type niggas over there.
You trying to get in the building. You trying to get in the building. You trying to get in parties. You trying to get in the clubs. And back then, only certain niggas could get you into the tunnel, nigga. And
guess who you talking to? You talking to one of them, Pop.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like, and then you had to be tough enough to be like, I knew Peter brave enough to go to the tunnel.
I knew Peter Gation. I knew his wife because she stayed coming in that Bond Street when I was working at Bond Street, which is a Japanese restaurant. I first met her just coming out of motherfucking Noble when Noble was on Mercer. I was coming out of the kitchen and I was going to a club, but I was dressed up. She had stopped me and was like, "Where did you get those Jabot jeans? I'd never seen them. Like the Jabot jeans I had on
back then."
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? They had French writing on it, and they was like bleach wash, but it was
under 35. You don't even know what the fuck Jabot means, so don't.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So she stopped me on that, and I had told her where I got her from. I said Macy's on Bloomingdale's uptown, and we just started talking, and she was like, "Listen, my husband/boyfriend owns a club. Just come by. You heard of the tunnel?" And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, who hasn't? So she was like, bang, bang, bang. I get there and I find out my cousin, who I haven't seen in mad years and kind of lost contact with him, he the main security, him and my man Tim.
Man, the tunnel.
Bro.
Yo, the tunnel's so legendary. I was in North Carolina and them stories trickled all the way down, bro. The stories of niggas getting beat up.
If you ever been
oh
bro,
my God.
If you ever been to the tunnel and you seen the lime green, purple, and white muzzy Kawasaki bike, that was my shit. See, used to let
by the time I moved to New York and shut the tunnel down. You know that.
Yeah, Giuliani did that shit. Giuliani did that shit because he was saying that all the Peter Gations clubs were drug havens, and it was just because them fucking white boys coming from Philly and Jersey fucking with all of those lab created drugs, because half these niggas were fucking med students and shit like that, going to Stony Brook and crazy shit like that, and these niggas is manufacturing drugs, blood of acid that they done made in their own lab and just cutting you little pieces of the shit. You feel what I'm saying, bro? I done listen, my nigga.
You ain't gotta tell me, nigga. You definitely gotta tell me that.
You talking to a dude that wasn't trying to be in the mix, who was always in the mix because it was the people that I knew. I wasn't a dude that, was running out and, trying to make a presence for myself. I met these people, got cool with them, and because I never asked for anything from them or act like I was fanboying in front of them.
Still got their numbers. Still fuck with you when they see you.
They fuck with me hard body. Oh, that's my man right there. That's my man Ike right there. Yo, bring him. Yo, come through right now. Come through.
I ain't never need nothing from you, but
and I'll be like, 5 of us. Bring all of them. Yo, just let them all come through. Yeah. Yo, what's good, bro? Here's some drink cards. Here's this, here's that. And I just be like, damn. You feel me?
So many people need something from people, bro.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
but Chris, real talk, bro. Yeah. I mean, the way that Dame went into them goddamn meetings and asked for all that money for them, for you to not be able to fuck with him at all. I'm a street dude. Yeah, he fucked them over.
Yeah, Dame went in there like
he went in there like no other.
Dame went in there forgetting the history that before he got with Jay-Z already had a history with Def Jam Records from when he was fucking with Jaz-O and shit like that. Jazz and Jaz-O. So when you have that history with them, and plus you fucks with some of them people like that hard body. You feel what I'm saying? Dame was like, yeah, we could do this, we could have leverage, and Jay was like, yeah, but they kind of really offering this shit to me, not really.
They offering this shit to me. And Dame is like, yeah, nigga, they offering this.
Dame was on the we shit, and Jay is like, bro, it's not really like that. It's me, not you. They don't really want you.
Nigga, but to be real with you, nigga, it's me, not you. I'm gonna tell you what, I really wanted Dame going. That story that Nori tell, where when he was like, Dame was like, he was like, yo, when I was going back in there to renegotiate, and Dame was like, when you go in there, let me go with you.
Yeah,
they went from trying to give him 75,000 signing bonus to him walking out of there with damn near $500,000.
See, now here's the thing. Managers and sometimes people with the money tend to forget the little aspects of where they say, no, we got leverage. No, the fuck you don't. Because this nigga would never had nothing if Def Jam didn't give him distributing. You independent ass company niggas, your niggas still need distributing. Where the fuck do you think that comes from?
But it's gotta be something, bro. Like
bro, it comes down to
give me something, though, bro. Like 75,000. They were so like when Dame started talking about the numbers and shit like that, and Nori's face started to change and looking at them, and their face was like turning red, like fuck, he knows this shit.
Yes,
So like you gotta give me like you from 75,000 to like 350, bro. You trying to fuck me over,
bro. What I'm saying is this Pop. At the end of the day, you're coming into the argument feeling that you have something, and what you don't realize is you have no distributing, especially here in New York, if you're really not going through Def Jam. Def Jam owns all the smaller companies, all the little subsidiary companies.
at the time, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
look what happened. Look what happened when we're doing that. Now look what the labels are doing now.
yes, but it's they took advantage of them having that them being able to monopolize distributing, especially here in New York and along the East Coast. That's why Luda went to them. That's why fucking what's his name? Tricking the rest of them niggas went to Def Jam, because if you had your little independent company along the East Coast, Def Jam was your best bet. Sony was gonna fuck you over because they're gonna want too much percentage off of each unit that you bring into them.
Yeah, you gotta know what deal you do. Well, of course they're gonna fuck you over because Michael Jackson owned them.
Yeah, so this is what. Yeah, so what I'm saying is,
you know what I'm saying? So like, nigga, we gotta get something because everything we make might get it.
Yeah, this was Dame's expertise. You feel what I'm saying? So Dame was trying to negotiate the best deal, and you're an independent company trying to leverage the best deal. You feel what I'm saying? Off your distributing and what you're getting off of each unit or whatever, and being able to infuse your smaller company into Def Jam and have Def Jam, all of Def Jam's resources come your way and shit. Because remember, Def Jam had Def Comedy Jam back then. Def Jam had movies back then. So the whole Def Jam empire was big, and they like, listen, Dame, you're wildin', take the offer that we giving you, because it's not about each individual unit, it's about the gross. It's you're coming in with lower numbers, but you're gonna get it all back in just how many units you're able to sell and the reach you're gonna have.
Now that's one way of looking at it, AC.
Yeah, I get it. There's one way
of looking at it, but
yes.
one of the biggest artists selling from Def Jam ever, Method Man, said on one of his songs, "This is Def Jam, where we don't make stars, we just sign them." So nigga, you don't sign me until I'm already popping. So I bring something to the table.
Exactly.
I'm already popping when I get over here. You not finna just be like, "Oh, I'm Def Jam." No, nigga. If it wasn't for me popping already, you wouldn't even be over here at my house calling me, trying to run into my woman, trying to leave shit over at my mom's crib. Because when I first came to you, you ain't want to fuck with me because I wasn't popping. But now I'm popping. And I got my own buzz, and everybody looking for me. Here you come. Then when I sign with you, don't start the bullshit.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with that, because Meth had the whole image behind them. You came from one of a
9-man group.
One of even though you're a 9-man group, you're one of probably less than 10 that by the time you did get signed, your music was global. You got to remember, Wu-Tang hit Asia like the Beatles hit America. They love Wu over there. Wu was gods to them niggas over there. You feel what I'm saying? Wu could do no wrong. So by the time anybody and everybody wanted the Wu, they're like, oh my God, hell no, Wu-Tang Clan forever, bro. These niggas is crazy over there.
But the Wu wasn't signed to Def Jam.
No, but what I'm saying is the leverage that Wu was bringing to the table to whoever wanted them, and Def Jam did want to sign Wu-Tang Clan, but guess what? The number was way too high, and they respected it. Like, yo, because it's 9 members, and each one of these members is gonna drop a solo album. We can't afford that. Y'all niggas is like platinum. We wish we could keep you on the shelves, but We just ain't got that many motherfuckers coming through wanting to buy platinum.
Man, they could afforded them niggas.
Nope.
They ain't get Rough Rider.
Yeah, but at a Rough Rider, who did you really have? You feel what I'm saying?
No, listen. If Def Jam sold Def Jam would have.
Yeah, but what Wu did not have? Wu did not have DMX's sister. Wu did not have a Dame Dash or Brian Biggs. None of them niggas knew the business side of it to say, well, listen, give us an independent contract deal, so we become an independent label. This way, you gonna get your money. You're gonna get your money tenfold now if you do it this way with us, instead of trying to sign us all as just a hip hop group. It's just too many heads for that. This is why Stetson Sonic tried to set the precedent for these big dudes. They came in and said, we a band. We're a hip hop band.
Man, cough up that money, man. Cough up that bread, nigga. I'm keeping the lights on for 2-3 months. Cough that bread, nigga. Cough up that bread, nigga. That's what Dane was saying. He was like, nigga, you got, because Nori said when your numbers is up, they got your face on the wall.
Yeah.
And if your face on the motherfucking wall for 3-4 months, that means you keeping the lights on in the building. Come up off that, nigga. I come back to renegotiate. Everything is good, and you trying to offer me $75,000 if I'm by myself, right? But I pull up with Dame, and I walk out there with $325, $350, and that's what you were supposed to be giving me anyway.
Yeah.
That's like when Q went up there and fucked homie shit up. Like, yo, bro, we already negotiated this. Now you trying to tell me ain't no money? Who the fuck you think you talking to, nigga?
Yeah, some artists had that right to feel that way because the label wasn't gonna come at you proper anyway. This is why you had to know, by the time these niggas was making moves like that, you had to have somebody that was in your team that knew how to break down them contracts, run them numbers right there.
You need Dames and Burke right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You need Burke to run them numbers and say, Dame, look at this. And let Dame look at that shit and get mad, a motherfucker. And then when they try to act like you don't know what you're talking about, and then you slap them with it, and then you beat them down with it, now they want to act like you're abusive. Nah, I ain't abusive. You owe me this, bitch. I
never had an issue with Dame's argument because his argument was legitimate. He's like, look, even though y'all trying to say, Jay's first album didn't hit like that. Jay's first album is iconic. Fuck is you niggas talking about? We could re-release that motherfucker 2 or 3 times and it's still gonna do crazy sales. You feel what I'm saying? So Dane was like, look at what we did here. Look at Streets is Watching. Look at what we doing. If you give us the opportunity, we could be that $1 billion a year company, which they damn near got to. You feel what I'm saying? But back then everybody was looking for the cookie cutter solution.
Hey, I wanted to know, back then, you said you went to the club, right, AC? How was it, man?
How was the clubs?
Yeah.
Iconic, my nigga. Iconic. When I tell you iconic, you sitting there 1 minute is Kid Capri DJing. Next minute, Flex is on, and Flex is recording from the club straight to the radio station. You in the clubs and you rubbing elbows with Mobb Deep, Jay-Z. You feel what I'm saying? Diddy, Biggie. You feel what I'm saying? Smith and West. And when you rubbing elbows with them, they regular dudes. Some of these niggas were assholes because they were into their stardom. Like the one dude you just didn't really want to be around like that was LL. Dude was a natural born asshole.
Who?
LL Cool J.
Oh, okay.
James.
You let your lips at you all the time, AC?
Huh? Exactly. Dude was a straight up and down asshole, but he wasn't the dude that you've seen. You feel what I'm saying in the Manhattan club. You may see him in the Queens club and shit like that. You feel me for a hot minute, or he may pull up outside and then keep it pushing because niggas ain't like L.
See, listen, this you gotta remember when AC was going to the clubs with these niggas, they weren't smart yet. They were still trying to live in New York.
Yeah,
they still trying to live in New York.
Yeah,
and then you know they got a damn agent or somebody who told them or accountant like, hey, you know if you move to Jersey, you save such and such thousands of dollars, and it's not that far away.
Yeah.
You know, you move to Connecticut, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. This is where you could see, man, you could see any female rapper. You seen motherfuckers come straight from California. You feel what I'm saying? MC Rage, and you feel what I'm saying? She show up inside the club and shit. They give her the shout out because there were certain clubs that if you wanted your real street credit, you had to be in these shits. It wasn't like people were wilding out and snatching chains and shit like that. It was just that the clubs had all the DJs, all the known celebs was being around, whether you're a basketball nigga, actor, whatever. Marlon Brothers, always in the clubs. Sean and the skinny one. The
Marlon.
Yeah, him and Marlon always in the clubs. You feel what I'm saying? Because half the clubs was walking distance from these niggas' actual cribs.
Like when you watch these niggas interviews and shit, that's exactly what the hell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how about that? So y'all know I'm messy as hell, man. I can't,
But yo, I just wanted to say this. If you're gonna go back to that Diddy shit and get messy, it's about to get real messy with this. Because I just told my girl, I was like, yo, listen, they about to go like if this nigga starts snitching, niggas like Usher.
I'm gonna play this shit. I'm gonna play this shit right here, right?
Like niggas like Usher and
is in trouble. I'm gonna play this real quick. And then we can give our thoughts on it. Go ahead, Chris, before I play it.
I wanted to ask AC one more thing. Did
Go
he
ahead.
see because the David Chappelle show, right? They had Rick James on there. I wanted to know about that. Did you run into him?
Oh, Rick James?
Yeah.
He's a West Coast dude. The only time I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. The only time I saw Rick James, I was hanging out with one of my homeboys, and he put me onto this thing that was on Astor and like Lafayette, this club. You know what I'm saying? Called Joe's Pub. You think something like that is weird as hell, Joe's Pub and shit, but my nigga, every pretty much A and B celebrity you saw in Joe's Pub. You feel what I'm saying? This is where the DJs went to get the big money for what they was doing. This is what made the Kid Capri's. This is what made the Funk Master Flexes. Because when these niggas got a chance to spin up in Joe's Pub and shit like that, and if you ever passed it when it was open, all you're seeing is nothing but exotic cars that the minimum the car starting at like 250,000. Bugatti's up the wazoo, and that's I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. I saw Rick James up in there the first time, and he was just chilling. I was like, holy shit, that's Rick James.
He probably was high as hell.
Yeah, he was sitting around a bunch of chicks, so I left it at that. I saw Peaches and Herb up in there one time, both of them sitting down drinking and shit.
It's certain places in the city where when you don't want to be fucked with, you go.
Yeah,
back then people weren't gonna go.
Yeah, because everybody, you know how much money it fucking costs to get into Joe's Pub? Just to get in there, bro, it was like $250.
Yeah.
The dude I was with, the young nigga I was with, got in there, got us both in there for free.
Damn.
Certain
Yeah.
it's places like that, bro. Like out here, well, you know, AC, you old enough when Boozer retired. You know, he had a pub out on Long. He had it in Huntington, Boozer's.
Yeah.
For the longest time, like that shit packed every fucking weekend. Niggas would go to the city first, and then come back and when you get back to Boozer's, it'd be niggas from the city and Boozer's.
Yeah, this is where the celebrities knew that they can go because everybody else in there is basically on a level. So you'll get the paparazzi.
Ain't no find no fan in there, bro. Basically, ain't no fan in there. Like, hey,
Yeah. So
you know
everybody's like, that's my man. So you'll always get this when you was in Joe's pub. Your face doesn't look familiar. What have you been in?
You ain't been no movie. You don't play no sports.
Yeah, like you don't play no sports. You're not in the
a
movie.
bunch of drugs. You ain't no gambler
Or something like that.
You going in there, nigga? You a pimp? What the fuck you
You know,
doing?
I was in there and I'm just like, basically, I'm a cook right now, learning to be a chef. Oh,
Are you gonna cook in here, nigga? All right, nigga.
oh, but you get this weird ass. Oh, and then they just walk away from you.
Not on the level. You not on the level.
You're not on my level, so I'm not inviting you to my table. it's basically that simple. But when they talk to the homie, they was like, "Oh, Jay, how you doing? Hey, long time no see. Hey, how's the fam? How's your dad doing? Yeah, tell him. Listen, I want to call him because I want to run this idea by him." And he's just like, yeah. He'll probably be. He's in Europe right now. He'll be back next week. All right, cool. Do you know what day? Yeah. All right. I'll make sure I get that call to him. Me, it's like, oh, the fuck is this dude? How'd you get in here? You feel what I'm saying? And that shit just felt weird. You feel what I'm saying?
If you've been better off saying I'm with him.
Yeah, basically.
I'm with him.
I'm nobody. I'm just with him.
I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? That's my
he
cousin.
was his personal assistant or some shit and gave me a little bit more respect. But
my ass off. I'd be like, oh yeah,
bro. But
my cousin.
I did learn what to say. So when they did say it, I would just fuck with him and be like, nah, I'm the next big thing in the culinary space. Oh, okay, all right, cool, all right. Yeah, so you're a chef then? Yeah, you could say that. You feel what I'm saying? And I just let them lead the conversation. After that, bro, I was like, man, listen, man, anytime I come up here with this dude, I ain't really trying to talk to nobody. I'm just hanging out with him. Let him do all the talking.
Where the bar at? That's
exactly. You talking about, yo, bro, drinks is like hundreds of dollars. Get that top shelf motherfucking Hennessy and shit, $800 a glass.
$800 a bottle. Yeah, I already know what you're talking about.
But these niggas was charging $800 for the glass. Like,
that's that shit that I remember when nigga would say when Norris said he was gonna buy Chris Rock a drink, and
yeah,
the drink was like $1,000. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's how drinks was up in Joe.
Man, he said this was a few years ago. Like,
bro, this you talking
shit ain't changed too much. You know
like the first time I went to Joe's Pub, I think it was the ending of '96. You feel what I'm saying? The ending of 1996, and when I saw the check of what he paid for just the two drinks at our seat and shit like that, I looked and was like, nigga, that was $1,800 you just spent? And he was like, yeah, it's nothing. This is average in here. I'm like,
but like before we switch, like real quick, man. That's why I said like I try to tell niggas like when I left being a facilitator to the streets, I said, yo, bro, ain't no money out here, man. If you trying to be like the niggas, like the last time it was some real money, man, it was probably like early 2000s. After that, nigga, this shit is a rap. Everybody telling, and this shit ain't real. But
for us older niggas,
yeah, that's it.
Once 9/11 came, once the World Trade Center went down, that was it, bro.
That was it.
Homeland Security, and everybody started talking to each other and linking shit up, so you couldn't do nothing. Because if you had the one case, it followed you no matter where you went through.
Yeah, they
America.
Before they were proud. Before they was proud. They ain't talk to, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't like gangs and street niggas and be like, nah, we don't talk to y'all. Nah, we don't fuck with you. What? Who? Nah, I ain't telling you nothing.
Yeah,
but after that shit, they had to talk to each other. Yeah,
you could go to one state and do your dirt and go back to another state and live like a nigga never heard of you.
Nigga, because he hasn't.
Yeah.
That area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
no
that's how that shit went
major,
back then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no major, extraditions unless you robbed the bank or some shit like that.
That's man. But yeah, it was way funner back then. Like we all
bro. Yeah.
Way funner. Like everybody just don't understand.
You can get that money from the streets, and you can also hold down the job. That's what the niggas in my generation, we created the whole term, the preppy thug. Because we were niggas that our older brothers, cousins, and uncles.
They exposed the hell out of that. They were like,
they was the real, street dudes, and we learned from them.
Yeah, a nigga in the suburbs, nigga got a nice grass, look, it's perfectly cut and green everywhere. House clean, got a basketball court and a pool. He got a nice family and shit. Probably even got a white wife. Nigga got bricks like a motherfucker.
Exactly. We were, it was smart ass kids like us that knew how to be the plugs and knew how to go to college and shit like that. So we always had somebody back home that could get you what you need and shit, but we was never there. So there was no cases of you coming at us unless you snitching your way up. But at the end of the day, it was a beautiful thing because the dudes that put us on was like, listen, we putting you on to this shit so you don't get caught up like us, and y'all niggas can make sure you go to school, get your education, be part of the system. You talking about
it was different back then.
Yeah, you talk about niggas who was going to college to be lawyers, to be criminal lawyers, selling motherfucking bricks, and you going to college to learn how to prosecute niggas that doing exactly what you doing.
It was different back then when you actually
bro, this shit was crazy back then.
It was different when you had a nigga to tell you to go somewhere. Like when I'm from down south, but I spoke to because once I got older, I started speaking to niggas. And I started asking him about a particular nigga. And I said, yo, what the fuck did he do when he go to school? When he went to school, he said, joined a fraternity, met a couple of niggas from Columbia. I didn't say anymore. I said, nope.
And that's where you made your strongest connects, because everybody was on the same point as you were doing, because they just wanted to get the money. Nah, nigga, I'm just in it for the money.
Here's another thing.
I'm not trying to be the kingpin of this shit.
AC, listen. Yes, he was.
Yeah, I know that.
He was trying to be the kingpin, but let me tell you why. He's still the kingpin. Now, I'm 43. I was 18, 19 when I asked this question. I said, well, what the hell? So then when I started seeing him move, everybody that was flashy, everybody that had the BMWs and the Acuras and the Lexus and all this shit, they all faded. While he was driving around, that rusty ass, dirt ass, goddamn automobile he had. The only thing that he had that you like, by the time he pulled out an Escalade, it was over. It was he had too much real estate. He had too many businesses. Like, it was over. It was wrecked.
Yo, let me put it to you like this. The biggest plug that I've ever met in my entire life, and I done met a lot of motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Was my cousin. Like, his level of where he was shocking. The dude drove around in an old Bronco truck, and he worked for the parks department. Every day, the nigga getting up 5:30 in the morning to go to work, sit in the park that was in our town, get out there with the little when it was spring and whatever, get out there with the lawnmower that you could sit on and shit, and he just mowing the grass and all day long he making connects.
Bro,
He making connects.
the guy I'm talking about, he was even worse than that. If I told you what that nigga was doing, you would laugh your ass off.
I can, yo, listen, I done seen
doing it the best way too, bro. He was doing it the best way, just standing outside on the block. He was on the block doing it. There was no way that we could fuck with him. It's too late now, you know what I'm saying? But bro, he was like, before I played the dealer, I just tell you this nigga was so smart. This nigga was standing out there crushing like 10, 15 bags of cans.
Wow.
And everybody walking by. Why everybody walking by? He out there crushing the damn cans in front of the abandoned house. I ain't even police. Hey, what's going on, man? What's up, man? We got clear up neighborhood, man. You gotta make sure you know they're picking up shit. Nigga, picking up beer bottles and beer bottles can have piss on. He just picking them up. He ain't give a fuck. Nigga rolling right by. They don't even know. Ain't even know.
That is the best way, bro. But
he murdering it, bro. And everybody else is riding around. You know, back then buying the Tommy Hill figure, Nautica, you know, the Jabot shit. Everybody out there flossing with buying the rims. All them niggas went and did 20, 30. They come back home. Guess who's still out here? Hey, what's going on, man?
Exactly.
It's just how you move. So, but yeah, man. Now off to this other nigga, right?
See what the nigga Mace got to talk about.
I've been on this for a minute, so I'm gonna let y'all listen.
On how to deal with him. Every step on how to deal with Puff biblically. I dealt with him biblically. That's why I felt aggressive about it. I felt like I did not have to change my strong approach because number one, I went to him as a brother when things were not right. Secondly, I went to him with a witness. That was Rodney Jerkins. Like the Bible says, if you don't get it right with him, go back to him with a witness. I did that. The third thing it tells us to do is go to the church. Bring it before the elders. I reached out to his bishop. His bishop declined to mediate the situation. So I just went to step number 4, which is mark him as a publican and have nothing to do with him. And that's what I did lyrically. And that's what you guys have a problem with. So everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped. The car, the shine, the loan, Puff Daddy, the Craig Mack, the Biggie Smalls. So even though I made those decisions and it cost me money, that's why I got with Killer and they gave me the money back. I didn't lose no money. Destiny. This nigga told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name.
Now, bro, there's an interview that's out there from the white chick from Danity Kane. Aubrey. I think her first name's Aubrey, right? I'm gonna play this, but I just want y'all. There's an interview. She been done this interview, but now everybody's bringing it back up, right? She been done this interview. She says that everybody who got their royalties back, like remember when Puff was giving everybody their royalties back, like whoop-de-doo and shit. When you get your royalties back, like I think her royalties was worth something like less than $1,000. Like all of Danity Kane's royalty was less than $1,000 a year, not a month, a year. That's one. So you got to get hot to go back on the road to even perform your songs. Who's doing that? If you're a mother or some shit like that, that's another thing, right? And then when you get them back, you have to sign an NDA, and the NDA includes Clive Davis, Puff's mom, Justin, him, and Bad Boy. Real talk.
That's the one who got the receipts. You need more proof? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else, you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. You're not signing. because I ain't need the money. All
These fucking commercials are the goddamn work.
money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. You know the play. You're not paying me and you're not respecting me. And that's the real problem. Then there's people that try to do bodily harm with me. They will be in the house with Puff. So I'm like, it's a funny game y'all playing behind the scenes. So when people see me, they just see me turned up. They just see me agitated. They just see me aggressive, but they don't know.
During the golden era of Bad Boy Records, is finally breaking his silence. And what he has to say is shaking the industry to its core. After years of speculation and whispers, Mace is pulling back the curtain on the dark side of Diddy's empire, shedding light on the alleged manipulation, torture, and control that existed behind the scenes. According to Mace, his time with Diddy wasn't just about creating hits or making money. It was a battle for freedom. He's speaking out about the emotional and psychological torture he endured while under Diddy's influence.
So that I should. Niggas try to starve me. I did a lot of work, and I just never got paid. So when you don't get paid, you don't show up to work. And people keep asking why you keep coming and quitting again. That's a good question. Because every time I get promised I'm gonna get paid again. And when I find out I ain't getting paid, I quit again. Do you understand that part? Do this arena understand this part? So when I say what I say, I know it can get a lot of people in trouble, but not me. Because I don't get in trouble. I'm God-made. I'm God-made. I'm God-made. I'm God-made. So I walked in here with about $1 million in jewelry and no security. Because I'm from the I wish a nigga would.
Claiming that the mogul's evil ways were masked by his flashy persona and business savvy. Mace reveals that Diddy wasn't just a ruthless businessman. He was allegedly a mastermind of manipulation, using power to exploit those closest to him, trapping them in toxic cycles of control. These revelations are stirring up old wounds and bringing attention back to the darker side of Diddy's success. Mace's decision to speak out now, amidst Diddy's legal troubles, couldn't be more timely.
The thief is the worst thing. His hand should be chopped. Her hand should be chopped off. His or her hand should be. That's the way I feel about somebody taking something from somebody that ain't theirs. When you could go out and you could go and work for something. You know, I did one album with Mace. One album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? One album? And then he became a fake pastor and went and conned people. And then y'all gonna let him throw dirt on the God's name? Mace owes me $3 million. That's facts. I got the receipt. And I'm not gonna go back and forth with Mace. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I'm just gonna, if I'm here, I'm gonna speak up for myself. I'm gonna speak up for myself now. You know what I'm saying?
Know your strategies and what your habits be. And right now I got a roll in your faculties. So when you get the murder, come after me. What a destiny. Gotta know that dollar sign wasn't rapping free. Actually, after Big God, what a travesty. When Mace left, nigga, was nobody at home. Yo, I did it. Told my he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts.
There's something I like Puff.
Sometimes you like him, sometimes you don't. You ever?
What's not to like about him?
Nah,
like,
since Mace, you always had a bad taste in your mouth.
He was a sucker on the Mace project because he know what he did. Look, there was things said, me, him, and Jimmy sitting there, right? Yo, Playboy, yo, I thought, you know how we going to Tiffany Cole right now. We pick up something, they ain't gonna say nothing. They gonna send us the invoice later. They gonna let us walk out. But that's what I thought you was doing with Mace. I thought you was taking him on tour. When you come back, you gonna take care of me. I said, oh, it ain't nothing. So I just wait for you to take care of me. I was like, what you looking for that? He said $2 million. I'm like, Mace ain't worth $2 million with $2 million in his pocket. You crazy? The principle is more important. Look what he do. When Jimmy gets all antsy, because right now he don't know we having a meeting to talk about him actually going. He getting ready to flip the other way. He was going the whole time. I know you wrote these records. You think I don't know who wrote the records? I don't know this kid. I got you to do this thing. You kidding me? He's clear that when the game, the disrespect comes from game angle, he's going, I know you fixed it.
Me and Puff, I felt like I did.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
More than I got credit for, more than I got paid for. I'm trying to be nice. I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth. So the disdain that I got for Puff is more like, you trying to keep me here. I'm not here. All my peers is up here. When it's time, just like somebody raised somebody up, you know they did work with you. They go from your little man to maybe A&R to something else. He just kept trying to keep me right here, like he didn't want me to grow at anything, especially if I'm producing the work, but I was the person there creating it all. And then, I mean, from the lyrical standpoint, where somebody did a beats, and even More Money, More Problems, I came up with that. I came up with the beat too. And I said, we need to do this beat and do it like this. So just imagine all of these moments that are taken from you. The records, you ain't getting the money, publishing, you ain't getting the respect.
Fans and insiders alike are bracing for what could be the beginning of a much larger story. A tale of betrayal, exploitation, and the true cost of fame under Diddy's reign. With every word Mace shares, the image of Diddy continues.
Now, a lot of this shit, like white people got no fucking clue. May said this shit like a year ago.
He did.
This shit been said like a year ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, these motherfuckers just own this shit now, right? Like, where the fuck y'all been at? Like, I don't know, like, how bad, like Gene Deal, like AC, like, motherfuckers that like Gene Deal don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't be. Listen, I found out about Gene Deal 2019, 2020, like right around COVID when you couldn't go nowhere. So now I'm like, well, they keep coming across. I'm like, who the fuck is this Gene Deal dude that's talking shit about Puff? I'm gonna watch it. So I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, anybody can say anything about anybody. All right, cool. Then when I'm like, oh, he's starting to get traction. M Records having them on all the time. And then when Puff blocked that book deal, I was like, oh, he's not lying. You know he had a book deal, right?
Yeah.
So when Puff blocked the book deal, I was like, oh, no, he's not.
He even tried to, go back and remember, Puff didn't even want.
He said I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, but he didn't want the shit that Superhead wrote about him to come out.
Well, no, he didn't want a lot of. It's a lot of shit. Now that, but everybody, bro, it was just funny today. I hit a clip. I hit a clip that, like, it was just a Diddy clip, right? And I swear to God, for an hour and a half, I scrolled, and everything was different about how, like, he don't want nobody to put together. He don't want Trap Leroy to put a fucking. Oh my God, that white boy from England.
Yeah.
If he does a video on Diddy, bro, that shit gonna be a 2-part. Both of them gonna be like 4 or 5 hours. He's gonna murder that nigga from all the shit that's just popping up on the damn internet now, bro. The shit I saw, my nigga. And now that he's in jail for, and you look at his charges, you just hit him with that old shit. Man, Gene, like, Cooking with Gene Deal, the 3-part interview he did with MREC. I tell people, go watch that shit if you want to know about like how that man really was, bro. Like, who better than the nigga who better than his bodyguard? Then a lot of niggas corroborated stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of niggas, Kirk Burroughs, that Kirk Burroughs story that Gene Deal told. And then all of a sudden, Kurt Burrow tell a story about a nigga coming there with a baseball bat. The bodyguard, we're talking about how after Gene, the light skinned, like everybody fucking interview, like everybody can't be wilding, bro. The step down from Revolt, the step down from this, they nigga, you go into like they pull your clothes out of Macy's and Pennies and belt whatever, like your weed gets snatched. Young Miami hit the road running like the road run on your motherfucking head. Me, you know. Like, what is we saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is we saying here, bro? This shit was planned, bro. Like, nigga, you woo boy. Nigga, remember the Martin shit with the woosah. It's a rap, bro. Like, and I say this, like, I remember my homegirl put me on tour. I wasn't even paying attention to that shit, bro. I was like, I ain't watching that shit. That's white people shit. But then I had to look at it. She showed me. She was like, nah, this ain't white people shit. Come here. That Jeffrey Epstein shit. Y'all, did y'all watch that special that was on Netflix?
Yes, sir.
You watched that shit? Body, you watched that shit? Chris, you watched that shit?
When it come out?
The shit on Jeffrey Epstein. The nigga that, listen. Diddy's on suicide watch, right?
A part of it.
Diddy's on suicide watch, right? First of all, this is how I know Diddy ain't gonna make it that long.
Yeah, Sauce was telling me that.
He ain't gonna make it that long, bro. He ain't gonna make it that long. Jeffrey Epstein was in the Brooklyn Detention Center, where I think they had Diddy at before they moved his ass. So now he's in the New Jersey Detention Center, right? On suicide watch. Of course he's on suicide watch. A motherfucker with that type of mind frame, that type of mindset. He offered $50 million, they said no. And listen, if he don't tell, if he ain't got the money to be protected, if he don't tell where the real tape's at in a minute, yeah, he gonna be dead. Dead in the motherfucker.
I don't think he wants to tell. That's why I don't think he wants to snitch on anybody.
What?
I don't think so.
Oh, hell, listen.
We talking about suicide.
Listen, the rich shit, listen, united we stand, divided we fall. That's not for poor people.
Okay.
That's for the
look, man. Look.
Hey,
remember?
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Let me tell you. Let me interject real quick, Pop. Remember when I don't know if y'all been following, man, but I did a deep dive years ago. Like when I really came up out of everything, I was 33. We the same age.
Yeah.
I'm 43. I'll be 44 in December. But I was already waking up and kind of seeing everything, but I was piecing everything together. And it started when I was in the Army, when I ran into an old head and he put me onto some information. I was just like, he kind of put a dent in my brain. So I started looking at everything different. So I went on a deep dive, and I used to like consume all of this industry stuff. So like I could do all this shit on the industry shit, but I'm like, man, it's too many people's detriment. Long story short, when I got to looking at everything, when you look at it, it was a movement where Epstein had to fall on a sword to preserve a darker, deeper thing. And let's just say that had to deal with people that was not of age. Let's just put it like that, like just to keep everything good, right? And so the great sacrifice was for Epstein to be bye-bye, right? So when it come down to baby old man,
I'll be real with you. I think the chick really is really, because he's gone. He gone.
But look, the big thing with the baby oil man is that he's gonna have to fall on the sword to as a sacrifice to conceal the greater good. Because remember, because we the same age, Pop. We the same age, right? What's your birthday month?
February.
Oh, February. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in December, so I'll be 43 in December, and then you 3 months later.
Yeah.
I mean 2 months later. That's when you know what I'm saying. But listen, you remember Corey Haim and Corey Feldman?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them like the Sweet 16 movies, all them 80 movies where we on Saturdays and all that, like all of the 80s movies, man. The ones that we, you know what I'm saying, before this internet shit, before everything. And I'm sure AC, I don't know how old C Dub is, but I'm sure AC.
I'm 42.
You know what I'm talking about, AC?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How old you, C Dub?
I just turned 42, man.
Okay,
So,
so you know what I'm talking about. So listen. When Epstein fell on his sword, is because you remember, Usual Suspects. You remember the main marquee guy, the Kaiser Sose guy. He had got caught up in some shit, right? And they said he was out here in Baltimore. And ironically, I had a contract right across the street from the place where they say the man was hiding out because he was doing House of Cards. Then his balloon got popped, and they said, "Oh no, you gotta go sit down, man. We can't with what's coming out." But let me get to the point. He did that because some things was getting ready to come out, and it had something to do with Corey Feldman, and Corey Haim. I think it was Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, and one of the Corys is gone, right? But one of them is still around, and he was right on the edge, like he kept teeter-tottering between the edge about getting ready to spill the beans. The Epstein stuff came out, and then all of those actresses that was like this started saying, "Oh yeah, this happened and this happened." So they fell on the sword for that, because even your boy, what's Big Boy on Friday After Next?
Terry Crews.
So all of them had to fall on the sword to cover up a deeper, darker thing. So what's gonna happen with Baby Oil Man is he gonna be up out of here, and it's to cover up something more egregious, shall I say? So you know what I'm saying, for censorship and to not, you know what I'm saying, because we can't say certain words or, you know what I'm saying, to trigger certain things. But this man, Baby Oil Man, is going to slip on a banana peel. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it like that, because he's going to fall on a sword to cover up, because all these people man, I'm seeing so much stuff, man. I'm getting inundated with information. It's like, man, all these rabbit holes. And I used to do this. I used to do this for hours. That's what woke me. That's why I said, man, I go to boxing and I stick to boxing, because if I get onto that other shit, I could go on for like years.
Listen, man.
This is where
all these CEOs that resign a day or two after this nigga got indicted, you're like 10 niggas from Nike, nigga, shoes, nigga, you sell shoes. What you resign for out of nowhere?
They finding out how to budget and plot on what they got. They like, hold on, man, let me go ahead and get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Before this stuff really hit the fan, man. That's really what it is.
My second passion outside. Well, my first passion, is I follow a lot of historical and political shit. When I looked at the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, I was following it from the political side of it, of knowing that, all right, y'all definitely know who was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane and who was going to those
to that island,
to those maritime, well, I just call them maritime locations that you can't be prosecuted by any country on the planet, because these are little areas where things don't quite overlay, and it could be an island right there. Nobody bought it. I'm gonna buy it. Now I could do whatever nefarious shit I'm gonna do. So that's the type of shit Epstein was on. So you can't convict him on what he actually did. You can only convict him on what the crimes that he committed once he was while he was on U.S. Soil and shit. So,
and that nigga was willing to squeal.
Yeah, but no. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. When you just look at all the people that he was fucking with, all of his political connections and shit like that, and big tech and big oil connections, you could, like, if this dude started talking and everybody went to jail or for whatever crime that they committed with it, this type of shit will destabilize the economy. So yeah, we can't let this nigga go down. Just like the big business gets so big, you can't let it go down because it'll destabilize economy. This shit that's going on with Puff, man, this shit can implicate so many people that are now considered legends in the music and acting shit. That
Yo,
it's just
I'm
that
gonna tell y'all. I'm
Go
gonna tell y'all something. Puffy said it in the song. They put it on. They put it on Instagram, and I heard the song before they put it on Instagram. I was actually listening to the song. It's by J Dub. I mean, what's the nigga name? Not J Dub. The nigga from Bad Boy. He's from Bad Boy. And it's basically Puffy had a verse in like 2000. It was 2000. Came out same time. Rock up. And they was all part of Bad Boy after he had passed. Okay, he's from Harlem though. But anyway, Puffy has a verse in it. He said I got the keys to the city. Tell the feds, the DA, and the cops come and get me. You in the industry niggas is coming with me. They got Puff on suicide watch, not because Puff gonna kill himself.
Yeah, the cats want to leave for dead. You coming with me?
Yeah. They want to try to take Puff out. It's not that. They want to try to take him out.
Yeah.
That's why he's on suicide watch.
Yeah.
You know the joint, don't you?
Yeah.
A motherfucker could, listen. You go to PC. You go to PC. A dude can request going to PC just because he said, "I feel threatened." It's a little bit harder to get transferred to suicide watch. You feel what I'm saying? Because you still gonna have to sit in another cell, wait for the site to come through. Then you're gonna be on observation for a minute in that same ass little tiny ass cell. So it's different.
Bro, I swear to God, I knew that if they ever booked him.
Hey, what you guys?
Go ahead.
For the panel, what you guys think about him and Suge Knight? They didn't get along. Now both of those two is in jail. So
we got Suge shit on camera. Like we saw Suge shit from surveillance camera.
But this the thing.
That's different.
This the thing. You already know the game when you behind bars. Any leverage, anything you can give, anything can be a bargain or chip to get up out of there, man. It's all green lights for everything.
Now listen. That's why I did the live the other day. I was talking about homeboy that basic. What's his name? Damn, I forgot his damn name already.
But that's not the
nigga that went to jail for the Tupac shit.
Suge didn't have no
Kenny D.
Like, you don't think Keefy D said one word that they was like, huh? Yeah. We can go down this rabbit hole? Because, like, from that night, Keefy D's in jail, Suge's in jail. Everybody else is dead. Everybody else is dead. It's only two people that like, and Keefy D was just out here just saying everything on Vlad, on Complex, on everybody goddamn shit. Just saying whatever the fuck you feel. So it's like, but I ain't saying, but then you got the Cassie shit. Her shit was supposed to be concealed after she signed an NDA after he gave her the bread. But the Fed said, fuck that NDA. What you know, bitch?
You ever heard of that movie called The Cleaners?
Yo, NDA can't stop a motherfucker from testifying to the police. That's just talking to the general public. But if you're a suspect, that NDA has no bearing in an actual crime type situation.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't go with her like she could be like people were like, oh, she could be a possible witness. No.
She is a witness.
You become a witness after we exclude you from being a suspect, bitch.
Yeah.
Or accomplice. If you ain't either a suspect or an accomplice, oh, the only way you get out of this without clearing yourself and you ain't really do it, you're gonna become a witness. What can you give us? I can give you everything.
Yep.
When it comes to Sugar and Puffy, Sugar ain't had no problem with Puffy. Sugar had problems with JD. Yeah. He ain't no problem with Puffy.
I'll tell you this. This is the difference between Suge and Puff, right? Difference between Suge and Puff is that they feared Suge for a different way. He could expose or just debo whatever the fuck they was trying to do. With Puff, you know, he with the program, he over there with them. You know what I'm saying? He over there with them. Like Suge pulling up with 75 bloods, niggas is strapped, they got tattoos on their face, they ready to beat niggas up. You don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like they like a summer and listen, I don't give a fuck, bro, because some of them niggas could be damn fruity, but they scary fruity. You don't even know. So you know what I'm saying? Them ain't the ones them ain't the ones they can dominate. Them the ones that dominate them. They ain't like that shit. You came up with the wrong niggas, sure. Should have came up with some niggas, some suits that we weren't scared of. So when they got rid of Suge,
I know Puffy and Suge used to hang out together a lot.
But he's connected well though, right?
Who?
Suge Knight. He's
at one
connected
point,
well, right?
At one point,
he used to be.
It's like Othello. It's like that game Othello. Like you flip one trip over and then it's a dominance game. On the outside, Suge is dangerous. On the inside, not so much, but still dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Now,
right.
With what he does know,
he dangerous for Puff. He dangerous for Puff and them niggas.
Exactly. That's why everybody is quiet. Like it's radio silence for a lot of people, bro.
That street shit, like you know what I'm saying? Like that nigga, all that shit gone. You know what I'm saying? But this shit, like what he know, what he seen, where he been.
Hey, word is this rapper has a Netflix documentary coming out. And it's going to expose everything. It's going to expose everything. All of the people that had part in doing with all of that is coming out. I think they said it's coming out next month or it might be December. But he's doing a documentary.
Trying to leave me for dead. You coming with me?
Because he was one of the guys. He was one of the guys who allegedly got molested by Puff. He got molested by Puff.
Because listen, D-Free, this is on the heels of the the Africa Bombada, like the African Bombada stuff, bro. Like if you know some of the names that's on there, like no wonder why motherfuckers is going to these crazy names and doing all these crazy things. Because if you ever had earwax in your ear, or you ever been called blank or dumb or blind, then the shit that's coming out might not be so sublime.
Yo,
you feel me?
Yo, like you got like listen, I tell people all the time. Go ahead.
You on Instagram, Pop?
Yeah.
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
I got
that
a video. I'm send.
It's smoke session. Send it to me. Word.
Smoke session.
Yeah, smoke session. Because listen, bro, I tell niggas all the time. Listen, Cat Williams, like niggas want to know why Cat Williams didn't go to that next plateau. Because the Professor Overby joke, bro. It makes more sense now. Like when I said it years ago, it was like, nah. I was like, yeah, maybe he was doing some other shit, but he was doing that because them niggas like, listen, Cat been locked up 31 times. He been arrested 31 times, no convictions. What type of shit is that? Anyway, that Professor Overby joke. Listen, it was funny as hell. I was like, oh hell no.
Bro, listen. Cat Williams, he laid the law out years ago, and that's why they tried to put Kevin Hart in this spot, and Kevin Hart just naturally couldn't fill Cat Williams' shoes. Like Cat Williams would dust Kevin Hart off, and his 21 producers, brain trust people the fuck off.
But you did
right? But listen.
He did the joke too. He had to hold he needed to hold that joke for two specials. Just tell me.
Look, man, it's so crazy, right? I seen an interview with a boxer, right? Just to make this make sense. I seen an interview with a boxer earlier, and he's 23. He's 23-2 with 20 knockouts, and he nice, right? Light heavyweight, nice, right? He said something in that interview. He said, "Listen," he said, "Yada yada yada." I'm not gonna steal nobody's thunder, you know what I'm saying? But he said, "Yada yada yada," and at the end, he said, "But they'll sit down and say, what can you do for me?" I've been saying this all the time. Listen, I've been saying this all the time. I was born in Glen Arden, Glen Reed, Maryland. Like I'm from Landover, Maryland. They right down the street. I used to go when it first was started. I went down there. We sold umbrellas, and they were trying to call it Raljon. We like, what the fuck? This is Landover. This is not no goddamn Raljon. It's like right on the other side. See Pleasant right there, Kentland right there. And from where I was at, where I grew up, running football as a running back, and I went to Laurel. I graduated from Laurel High School in '98. That's why I ain't hiding. I ain't doing that. But going down there, like right down the street, the home of Sugar Ray Leonard in Palmer Park, right there. They done changed the name. They're trying to do this, saying this is Kentland. Like, hold on, man. Nah, that's Kentland. No, this is Landover. Like, no, that's Glenarden Woods. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just putting it all on the line, like where I'm from. Right? I say this all the time. Where I'm from, the per capita is so crazy. And I always imagine, I said the only thing I could compare it to is New York. I said the only people that probably got it worse is New York, where like it wasn't good enough for me just to be able to run a football. Like I had to be fast, I had to run a football. Like I played football, but I made the basketball team, and I don't consider myself a basketball player. I could hoop. Like you put me out there, I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be out there like that. I ain't picking him. No, I'm gonna be on the team, but that wasn't my first thing was running the football. And I say that the per capita was so crazy that you couldn't just run a football. You had to be able to shoot, like Biggie said. You know what I'm saying? That's how it had to be. But at the end of the day, no matter where you go, from Memphis to San Diego to Baltimore to Brooklyn, when you got talent, whether you can sing, dance, write, rap, do hip hop, like whatever, run a football, shoot a hoop, smack a baseball, it don't matter what. At the end of the day, the people that have control of it, they're going to sit you down and they're going to say, okay, listen, I can put the machine behind you. You're going to be the next best thing tomorrow. What you going to do for me?
Well,
and most people get up to that level and they say, you know what? I got like Lauryn Hill. She got up to a level. I think she's seen some shit. There's a couple people that got to a couple levels and they seen some shit and they say, oh, you know what? I don't think my wings that big. I ain't trying to fly that high. Pac said it. Pac said it when he was dating Quincy Jones' daughter. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. When it comes to that shit, that sports shit, you right, but it's a difference. I was just thinking about it while you was talking. When it comes to that sports shit, like the sport you really want to play and the sport that you really want to like strive in, that's cool. But for some reason, one of the coaches is the athletic director.
Yeah.
For some reason, one of the coaches on the track team, football team, whatever, he's the athletic director. And he ain't even looking at your football talent. He's looking at you a fucking thoroughbred. That's all he's looking at. You a fucking thoroughbred. So I'll say from down south up to past the DMV. Once you get to like the tri-state area, it's a little different. Like, you know, like Philly, Jersey, you know, like up there. Really not the same. But I ain't even gonna say that like Pennsylvania, but like, you know, like Jersey, New York, Connecticut, You know, you play football and you nice, you know, that's good. But you gonna be a 2-3 athlete. You're not just gonna play football and just be like, well, I'm gonna play football and work on my grades. No, you're not. You're gonna play football, you're gonna do something on the track team, you're gonna play baseball, or you're gonna play basketball. We're gonna figure this out.
Look, and even in football, you gotta play both sides. Like to make it in football, you gonna have to play both sides. You got to play offense and defense, bro.
Definitely. So, and then right after that, what you doing after that? Because you know, you just ain't about to do that. That ain't about to just happen. That's not about to just happen. You're not about to do that. You just go you're gonna play multiple sports, and that's what it is. Real talk. So you're not getting nothing for nothing. Nobody got your best interest in mind. What can you do for me? Ooh, look what I found, fellas.
And listen, that's why I say, because we look back and we look at the helicopter. We look at Skip to Marlou, the professor. Yeah. We look at all of them and be like, damn, it's talent everywhere, bro. Like everybody know, like we know that it's talent everywhere. Like somewhere it was a motherfucker that never got his chance to motherfucking run the rock. He ain't never get his chance to like even get on the floor because it was a favorite, it was a pick, it was somebody five out there sending extra videos and doing God knows what or greasing what mitts to get whatever. Like it's a dirty game. All I'm saying is that the subject of what we're talking about and where this guy got to where he was and the monster that he became.
Well, he didn't do it by himself.
Because it's no deficit in talent. Chicago, Baltimore, Brooklyn, it don't matter. But they're gonna sit you down and they're gonna say, "What can you do for me?" And some people are gonna they're gonna sit on that couch.
There's a guy from your area. I've been following him for about 4 or 5 years now. I found him in COVID too. He's talented in the motherfucker. Make beats. He's funny as hell. Can rap his ass off. Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
I've been fucking with Crank Lucas for a minute. Crank Lucas rap like niggas' voices.
Yeah.
Rap the same style.
He
talented motherfucker. Why Crank Lucas ain't up right now?
I have no idea.
He's a threat, man. You can't be controlled. Cause look, Crank is thinking probably just like me. It's like, look, man, I know what I'm capable of, but I'm not sitting on no couch. Like, that's what you gotta understand. Like when you go back to Greek culture and you look at it, and I used to be looking at mythology and all that, like, man, that's a cool story. But then when you look at the real history, when you really understand that this is their real, like how most people make up things that they consider the gospel, like this was their real shit. You dealing with a different type of people. He's not in their best interest. Why? Because he know his worth.
I can only watch one season of Outlander. It was the first one. After that,
bro,
I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Bro, I'm gonna say this.
That's what them niggas is on, bro.
As a person,
that's what them niggas is on, bro. It's only that first year, like when you first, you get into the game, it's like, oh shit, the game, and I'm getting, I'm saying, I'm figuring it out. And they try to bring you back that second year and want you to walk through them funny, strange looking doors. You like, nigga, I don't want to go through no doors.
I know 2 boxers who are my guys, and I knew when they sat on them couches.
Bro,
like, right after the week after they sat on them couches, the next time I saw them, I already knew they sat on them couches. And you already know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mike. 2 guys sat on them couches.
I'm gonna say this. When you, I'm gonna pull from the thing I pretty much know the best, where I made, a lot some good money and helped me be who I am today. I'm going to speak from the restaurant industry. Now, coming up as a cook, trying to become the chef, you get the sous chef position, right? From that position, you have to pretty much take your seat on the couch and accept that everybody wants your job and you're going to be to blame for everything. The chef fucks up, guess what? It's because my sous chef dropped the ball. The cooks say, nah, the sous chef didn't show me, knowing that you showed him. So it's what we call a sous chef position. this is where you make your bones at becoming a chef, right? Once you become a chef, there are different levels of where you want to be a chef. You feel what I'm saying? You could get behind a company that says, you know what, we're going to put all of this money behind you. When we open up this restaurant, we're doing the whole big thing, blah, 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 right? But then when you look at the overall company and the overall situation, you know, all money ain't really good money. So at the end of the day, where I want to land the plane is, you know, everybody's gonna have to make that decision. And when some of the people that I've met that are extremely wealthy and they did it from the ground up, they all said one thing in common: you have to come to that realization to whereas you yourself have to be selfish for what you want. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're a person that can make that decision and make become selfish like that, then you know what I'm saying? You can get it. Y'all don't agree with me?
Yeah, nah.
What the hell y'all
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I already know what you're saying, I already know.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm a licensed chef as well. Hey,
Oh shit! I heard everything you said, right? But listen, here's the bad thing, D3. I seen that shit earlier, right? So I was like,
Yeah.
I was gonna leave him alone. I wasn't gonna do it like that. But yeah, the Justin Bieber song, this shit just don't age well right now.
Oh,
the nigga
wow.
said he lost himself at the Diddy party. He ain't know it was.
that man put the whole joint in a song. I was like, damn.
Yo, well, I heard, like, I was like, yo, hold on. Is that like, yo, listen, it's so bad, bro. I swear to God. I literally was supposed to come on at 3:30. I didn't come on till like 5:30 like that because I was scrolling on my phone for like an hour and a half, and it was just different Diddy shit.
A lot of shit going on.
Yeah, it was
So
different Diddy shit that just kept coming up, bro. Just like, oh, I gotta reschedule. I was sitting there, my girl was like, my wife was like, she was like, what are you doing laying down? I was like, what? I ain't gotta go on till like 4:35. She said, it says 4:30, babe, and it's 4:31. I said, shit, I ain't even finna scroll. This Mad Diddy shit. I gotta keep going. Bro, that Justin Bieber song don't hit.
It was this one joint on Instagram that had me dying. Dog. I laughed so hard. A dude was in the grocery store and he picked up a bottle of baby and was looking at it and then popped up behind the
Diddy show
eye.
Yo, but that's why I respect it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect it because you gotta go through and see the shit to be able to really get the full grasp and come out with your own opinion. And that's why I say, man, with a lot of the people that's out here, it's like you don't got time to sit down, listen, and look and watch. I've been looking at a lot of this shit. Like I sent you some shit. I sent you some shit with my man.
Oh my God, man!
He was in the store. He got a bottle of baby oil. Next thing you know, man, the baby old man was over the shoulder. He was like, "Oh shit!" He put that shit back on the shelf.
The nigga did not pop up him like this. I said, "Dog, are you serious right now?" Myself and a daddy. Are you serious right now? These niggas is
what is shit?
They just
I know I had it.
They with the clip from the clip of what's the name of the movie? God damn it! Oh, my movie with Wesley Snipes played a big time drug dealer.
New Jack City. Is it New Jack City?
In New Jack City.
New Jack City.
They did a clip with when he was on the daggone stand, and they had Puppy face as Wesley Snipes, and he said, "I'm gonna tell you who's the king of this organization, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar." And then she told me it was Jay-Z. It was Jay-Z, man. I fell out. I was like, oh, Lord.
Yo, listen. Oh, yo, listen. Here's the bad part, bro. Here's the bad part. It don't exclude boxing, man. I'm fucking telling you. It don't exclude boxing. I don't even want to, man. Fuck.
No, it don't.
Fuck.
Oh, it was some boxing at those parties too. It was some boxing.
Fuck it. Hey. Fuck it. I'm gonna show you. When I seen this shit,
LeBron was at a couple of them parties. I hope he ain't stay for the after party. Oh no.
Yo, I've been laughing all day, bro. I'm telling you. I've been laughing all day. I said, yeah, y'all gonna do damn like that. I said, yo, niggas gonna do damn like that. They went to the Diddy party and took a picture. Yo, I showed it to somebody. They said, yo, they said, yo, what's wrong with that? Y'all know Diddy fucked Dad. That's why he beat on the Kinko. I was like,
I never even paid attention to Biggie video with video. I put the joint on Instagram, and it was a trend in the front of Biggie. And they put the arrow over top of the trend. I was like, oh, I never even paid attention. I went back to see if that joint was accurate, if it was Photoshop. No, that person was really in the video.
They said Puff been doing sneaky, slimy shit like that to niggas. Like I heard Dennis Rodman do that shit to certain niggas, bro. So like you gotta watch who the fuck you be with, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta watch who the fuck you be with. Like Gene Deal talking about, like, watch how they start talking about the bottles. Like there's bottles for, you know, the niggas, and then there's special bottles with cocaine and with cocaine and motherfucking ecstasy in it. Lace. You know what I'm saying? Word. So it's like, bro, like we fucking with this nigga, bro.
I've been following Gene Deal for a minute, since at least 3 years. Following Deal. He been talking about this a long.
Bro, I've been like before he got popular, and like I'm like when I was still working during the COVID shit, I was like, yo, this nigga, I ain't had nothing. He was the only nigga I could listen to on the road. The nigga with me fell asleep. So I, Gene, I ain't man, how long I'm listening to music for? I'm gonna listen to this nigga Gene. This nigga telling all types of shit. And then like can't nobody refute his shit. Can't nobody say he lying. And then here come this crazy bitch, like Jaguar Wright. Oh my God, this bitch. Like, okay, she may be crazy, right? She may be crazy, but sometimes the drunk nigga in front of the liquor store say some shit that you need to hear.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
that's her problem, man. Like her only problem is like, because even in this part, it's almost like, do we need to hold you a parade or what? Like, I mean, I understand that you was putting it out there, but just handle it with grace. It's like they want you to give her a parade, and it's like, man, if you was listening, you know what's going on, then you'd have been mindful of what she was saying.
But when it comes to her, though, like, hold on, wait.
It's almost like
you was everywhere, baby girl. You was everywhere.
It's overkill though. And
like you was everywhere.
But she also admitted that she indulged too.
See, but that's what I'm saying. So you can't like listen. Here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
I heard real quick. I heard her say some shit about Beyonce, right? I was like, all right, cool. I heard her say some shit about Beyonce, right? And Jay, I was like, she was like, what? She was like, you put that thing on Beyonce like that? Like, I'm like, hold on, how you know how big his thing is? You sang on his song well before Beyonce did. How you know? You know.
She say she endorsed
smacking you in the face with it, right?
Yeah.
So, there's certain things, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you telling about 30% truth. Are you mad that he like started fucking maybe Blue Contrary slid from you to Blue before he got to Beyonce? Like what? Like come on, like. But some of the shit she say is true, but it's like.
But look at her offspring, Orlando. Look at her offspring. See, Orlando, he the same way. He got a lot. It's a lot of little truth and a lot of little shit that he do, and he know that okay, if I can play crazy and do this, it's just whether or not you can tolerate sitting through one of his fucking videos. But like he is the one. He's the offspring of the Jaguar. So this is where we at, man. Like you just gotta be able to stomach through the bullshit that he say and just be like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna get through this shit.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example of those two individuals. Those two individuals is like having them as a witness on the stand, but you need another witness that's more credible. Yeah, they can on what they see, but you need somebody that's a little more credible. Because
Body, why you bring up Orlando, man? Why you talking about that goddamn squish squash that nigga was talking about? Nigga, I ain't gonna, yo.
He did gave me that squish squash.
Yeah.
No. Now listen. Now
D Free. I know how you thinking. Like I'm thinking how you thinking a little bit, right? But this ain't the world that we like everybody up here come from. This shit gonna be judged in public perception on some real shit, like on some like I was one of the only people. My shorty was even a little bit upset at me until I kind of showed her that was like, yo, Johnny Depp gonna win this case. Way before the trial even started.
Yeah, my homie was on it too. He was telling me about it. He was like, man,
yeah, bro.
Amber. He was like, oh man, fuck.
Wait, you didn't hear this bitch?
Yeah,
this
like
bitch is a lunatic.
But bro, what y'all, the one person y'all forgetting to talk about is Usher.
We didn't forget. We just waiting for somebody to bring him up.
Oh, okay.
He just now getting his time to shine. Ain't that crazy? And the crazy shit. He said when he got that award and how he said they A B C D E.
Yeah. Do y'all know that when he was talking?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what he was talking about when he made the song Confession, and why Chili ain't want to fuck with him like that?
I hope not.
Yeah, he was supposedly he was just singing somebody else's narrative. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else's life.
Nah, it was pretty much his life, but basically, if you go back and apply what's going on now, because you and I both have a habit of saying, you know, hindsight is 2020. You feel what I'm saying? Looking at everything in hindsight being 2020. The Bodyguard, when they did that little interview / documentary about, you know, what he saw and who was part of it, Usher became somebody who was bringing people in, like the lady part for Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
you feel what I'm saying? So if you remember,
man,
if you remember that, now go back and think about that song Confession. Think about what Usher was doing at that time, and it didn't really have anything with cheating on her. It had everything to do with the dark side, the shit that Diddy is actually being charged for right now. That's why I said if he spill the beans like that, and if they just go back and tie shit together, what's in that documentary, the next nigga to go down is Usher.
I know. If it wasn't Usher, if it wasn't Cassie, it was Stevie J.
Yep.
This bitch, that bitch Young Miami was doing it because like, bitch, he just not giving you $250,000 a month just to be around so I can fuck you. You know, you gonna go get me some funny bunnies and some freaky bitches and bring them here. I got a bunch of food. I got a bunch of baby oil.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly, bro. So at the end of the day, man, once I went back and looked at everything and looked at his charges, for some fucking reason, the video just pops up confession on my YouTube feed. So I just watched it. I'm listening to this. I'm listening to the words, and it's like you're actually confessing to the stupid shit you was doing with Diddy, but it's so fucked up in your head that you need to get it out, so you put it all on a song.
Yo, the worst part about this whole shit. I checked. Somebody made a post. The nigga music is on fire right now.
Yeah, because the Super Bowl and everything after he's been riding away, I'm like, man.
No. Niggas don't fight for the lyrics to try to find some.
Yeah.
So you just put money in his pocket while you trying to figure. I didn't understand it before, and then ain't no more CD players. So unless you got a CD player, you already have some bad boy shit. You an old school nigga, like you got to stream this nigga shit.
If you really old school, you just say, YouTube free, I can get that nigga song for free. Whether I'm watching a video or whatever, but
that shit. Oh man, like niggas used to be like that shit used to be this is funny to me, like right now, everybody's so appalled, like what the fuck you mean you didn't see? Hold on. Maybe listen, okay, y'all was little kids. He made niggas walk across the fucking bridge with cheesecake. And when they came back, he wasn't even there. You just don't do no shit like that. What the? This nigga showed you up. Listen, man,
he made them motherfuckers walk from.
Yeah, he made them niggas. I wouldn't, man.
From like,
I never would have went.
From like 58th Street all the way to Juniors.
All in the video. Yo, Hollow Davis is crazy. All in the videos. Come Death Row. Come Death Row. You know what I'm saying?
That's 100% Cambodian. You know what I'm saying? He used to make motherfuckers go get 100% Cambodian. Bad boy.
Fresh milk. Go get me, yo. You niggas got me Cambodian fresh milk from Cambodia. Yeah. They got all them niggas in that joint. Oh God.
Hey Dave, Dave's so crazy. You looked up the statistics. Those are the statistics. They like 100. They have the largest population. You know what I'm saying? With the, the memories, the crazy memories.
That shit's so funny, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like,
there's gonna be a lot of niggas in the industry that's gonna be going to testify. This one gonna go on for about a good 7-8 months. All these people that's gonna be testifying that they gonna come to the court, it's gonna go on for about 7-8 months.
Okay, but here's the thing though.
It's not longer. It's not longer.
Listen, I want the footage that they got of what you call too, man, because you just can't, like, we supposed to get the footage from the Jeffrey Epstein case. What happened to that shit? Anybody explain me that? Like, if I fuck around and get, you know what I'm saying? I fuck around and y'all need to show me a bunch of some shit where, you see this guy go in the room and you see this guy go in the room and they both naked, or somebody walk out staggering and just them two in there. Like I want, man, don't do my race like that. Show what that nigga was doing too.
The only way you probably could get some Jeffrey Epstein video shit is if they could prove that the link of Diddy's actually spending a lot more time than that one little photo that he got with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump.
With Donald Trump? With what?
No, he got a picture of Diddy. It's Diddy in the middle, Donald Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein.
But I mean, Jeffrey Epstein took pictures with the Prince of England too, though.
Yeah, and that same dude was caught up. If you go back to England, but listen, if you go to what happened in the last 6 to 8 months in England, he caught up in some sex scandal shit.
He definitely is. Not the last 2 years, to be truthfully honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He been caught up for a minute in some sex scandal shit since his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein came out. And them UK niggas, they love gossip. Look at what they did to the nigga moms. You feel what I'm saying?
So bad that it seemed like they want the nigga that married the half black chick. Like, hey, listen, man, we'll deal with the half black chick. This nigga over here, he like, we don't listen to your brother. Oh God damn. Man, but listen, man, like, I'm just saying.
Look, your girl said, y'all, you know that movie with what's his name? He played on G.I. Joe. The white dude from G.I. Joe.
Channing Tatum.
That movie Blink Twice.
Yeah.
They saying that's real. Like that's really like the reality of what was going on that island, right? But the whole thing is that, see, the loophole is, because I was wondering a couple years ago, it's like, why everybody want to get their out? I'm like, man, ain't nobody gonna let, if you know the man, he ain't gonna let you have shit all to yourself where you could do whatever the fuck you want to do. So I don't know what's up with everybody trying to get their island, but see, it's part of that whole extradition shit. It's like, yeah, you might not be able to get extradited and all this or whatever. The only thing that cuts through all of that is if you were actually moving personnel.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So if you moving personnel, then that's the tunnel to that. Otherwise, they can't. None of that can be. And I'm thinking, man, that's gonna come out, man.
The only thing they could get you on is the human trafficking and the human sex trafficking. That's it. Other than that, once you get to your island, nothing they can charge you with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be real, and let's be real, bro. Like, we older. Russell got away.
Yeah.
He did. I said it years ago. I was like, man, when I saw that, man, I said he ain't never coming back, bro.
And here's the thing: Russell got his picture with Jeffrey Epstein.
Listen, bro. Listen. When they were starting to build that little shit about Russell, right? And they was like, where the fuck he at? Bali. Where the fuck is that at? I don't even know. You know what else? What? It's not extradited. Damn.
Some Indonesian country in the fucking mountains.
That you can't go get him.
I wonder what the hell.
Go get him, and he sent Indian style. He sent Indian style like this, doing whatever stupid.
I'm wondering what. I mean, we know Russell do something strange for some change, but I'm like, what is Russell doing to be able to maintain?
That nigga, yo, listen.
He saw it writing on the wall.
That nigga got money.
Listen, everybody gets to listen. Eddie Griffin said this shit, right? I sent it to my guy, right? Eddie Griffin said this shit, and I've been on this shit, bro. We just be talking box, you know what I'm saying? But everybody get a 30-year run. Everybody. Like, before, you know what I'm saying? Like, before you try to get a little too big for your britches or some shit, they hit you. Or,
bro,
they want to make sure they got to put you in your place. Like, everybody get it. From the Epstein to Weinstein, the Cosby, Fox, Eddie. You know what I'm saying?
X and Black Rob. The timing between X and Black Rob, and it was one other person. I was like, man, that's crazy, boy.
Bro, the way he let Black Rob die, you couldn't pay none of that man medical bills. None. Yeah. You saw he was breathing in the hospital, nigga. The clip was up. He died not too long after that. Why he talking about rest in peace to DMX? Niggas shut up. Save your breath. Help yourself. You couldn't do nothing. Man, stop that shit, man. Like I said, anybody who got their damn royalties back from him, other than like, if I'm not mistaken, Mace, they can't make no money off of that shit. Who's hot? Who's hot from Bad Boy from back then that can actually go on tour or do shows? Who? Anybody with any motion from Bad Boy back then?
I'm about to pull a Keith Sweat and say nobody.
Only Mace, because you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say because of that, because you know Mace was doing his thing back and forth, but this is what it is, and this shit blowing up, nigga. That shit is show after show after show. He can perform his old shit, and he can perform the diss tracks he got from Diddy, and they loving it. Watch how you start seeing more of them shits pop up.
Did you dig into what Sean said?
Tell me what he said, bro. And I can tell you.
Nah, they said he flipped. They said he flipped on him. I didn't look at it. I said nah. I didn't get it.
Sean flipped on.
Yeah, they saying he cause you know he got out. He did his time, but he did all that time, man. And the whole story came out as to what happened. And I just said, man, I was too busy with everything else, but I don't know. That's why I was going to ask.
Sean shit, when it comes to Sean shit, like when we was like AC, no, if you was up here, like nigga, we was nosy as hell about that. So we already know that they line Sean up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like and then G-Dep got out, and then G-Dep was Ryan. I think he was back with Puff before this shit happened. I'm like, wow.
Well, he did some dumb shit. Like G-Dep, I'm not gonna call it dumb shit. He did whatever the fuck his conscience told him to do.
Yeah. I seen that.
Cause he was like, nigga, they wasn't even investigating.
He was free and clear, like
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you wanted to do that, like, but if that happened off of you just feeling so fucked up from being with, because I'm gonna be real with you. At the height of G-Dep, when he was get this money, it like, bruh, Diddy had that nigga in North Carolina. I saw him at a show. He performed right before Petey Pablo. The nigga had, listen, he didn't have, those were not new stains in his clothes. You hear what I'm telling you? He had on a Terrell Davis jersey. That stain was old. He had on some jean shorts, right? The stain was old as hell. It looked like somebody had ironed the damn pants. He had a crease in it. I'm like, you got a crease with a stain in it? What the fuck is going on with it? I'm being for real with you, bro. Like, I swear to God, if I could get my niggas up there because we was looking at each other like, yo. There's another thing, because Petey Pablo was scared as hell. He ran to his truck and signed a few autographs for bitches and ran. But I'll say this, G-Dep, this is how, like, G-Dep stayed and signed autographs, right? But listen, dang, I hate to do this. AC,
yeah,
you remember the old Cadillac limos that they used for the funerals?
Yeah,
he was in one of them, and it was from back then, but it was around. It was 2000.
Yeah, but
I was like, bro, what is you doing in this old ass? I'm like, bro, what is you doing in this funeral Cadillac? Like, they could have just had a car for you. They ain't had to bring the funeral Cadillac. Oh, a white one too. It wasn't black. It was white. So you know you can see all the crinkles and wrinkles and how old this shit was. Because niggas, he stayed and signed autograph. He should have been a nigga that left in the dust and be like, oh, he left in the limo. So bad boy. Nah. We saw how old that shit was. Like the driver was old as fuck. Like, I was like, yo, what the fuck is Diddy doing with this thing?
If my memory is correct here, I think Black Rob finished off G-Dep, because when Black Rob really came out with Whoa, and then he was on the Bad Boy for Life remix joint, that just crushed G-Dep.
Bro, listen, let me tell you something. At the height, because I'm like, this is from state, this is from up top to mid, like not even complete. This is like in between, like the cutoff point in North Carolina. We was fucking with G-Dep. Niggas was doing a little dance. That's why, like, that's when you hot when the niggas is doing your dance. When he showed up and we saw him, and some of us was looking a little bit more crispier than him, we was like, what the fuck is going on in the rap game?
Yeah,
like mind you, bro, like where he was at, we had to drive like 2-3 hours to get to. Cause we from Rocky Mount, we live in the middle. He was at the beach, so that's like 2-3 like 4 hours to drive to get there. And we get there, I'm lying, it's like 3-4 hours. So we get there and we see him and we like, and me and the nigga, we looking at this nigga, we should be on the fucking stage. This nigga, bro, he was looking bummy as fuck.
G-Dep had no people to really get at Puff to get his money.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Like, Puff was doing G-Dep extremely dirty. Like, make the nigga do shows and don't pay him at all. And make him pay for where his room was. Like, that ain't my fault you were staying there. Like, he was like on some, I'm making money off of you, sonning you, and there ain't shit you could do about
that nigga on some fuck. Right, when we seen him, and we was like, yo, nigga, you're on TV at least 8 hours a day. Where the nigga, you in like we ain't like nigga, you in little North Carolina, and you don't look like nigga, he ain't had no chain on, nothing, bro, nothing.
Nah, there was, listen.
Like, I swear to God, he looked like somebody gave him the clothes he put on. Like, yo, man, I don't want you to be bummy. Put this on. It's my old shit. And then he went and did a show. I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, there was.
I was fucked up, bro. That's how fucked up the game is. I was like,
because when they know you ain't got people's with you and you ain't connected to nobody, they know that they could feed you like, yeah, this show, I'm gonna get you to sign up for this show. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to make your way down there. But once you get down there and after the show, we gonna give you 20,000. You get down there.
I don't even know if he got paid for the show, like, because
you get down there and you put up your money to stay there, or you borrow money to stay there, and then after the show, these niggas is telling you, oh, the show didn't do that well, so I ain't got that money for you. So what do you have for me? The fuck do you mean? What do I have? I have nothing for you.
That was fucked up if he did him like that, because like it was packed. It was at the beach.
Bro, that's listen.
Pay to get into that motherfucker. I was like, yo.
You heard what Mace said, right? Mace just said earlier when he was talking, you get there, you expecting, you doing the show, and then you tell me I'm not getting paid, I quit.
Yeah, shit is crazy.
I quit.
Shit is crazy, bro.
Because that's the ultimate level of disrespect and/or control. You make a nigga get out there, make him pay for everything, and then you don't pay him for the show, and you looking at him like, if you can't do nothing about it, hold that. Thanks for your service.
Matter of fact, Hollow Davis that's the message of the night right there. Goddamn okie doke business. Word of mother.
Real.
Oh, okie doke. That I don't care. Listen, if you young, 21, 19, 15, whatever, what you're doing is an okie doke, nigga. That shit is from the 1700s.
Yeah.
That phrase will never change. So you'll never be done with nothing, nigga. Know your history.
You saw it in you saw it in JoJo Dancer when Richard Pryor said he went to go get his money from the Italian nigga, and he was like, "Where's my money?" And the Italian nigga just laughed in his face.
What money? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like what money?
You know what I'm saying?
About? Who the fuck are you to ask me for money? Oh, I just did my set, did my show. You told me X, Y, and Z. When the fuck did I say that? And it was all through phone calls, and these were rotary phones, not.
Yeah, back in the day, phones. And then you can record. But yeah, man. Y'all don't be surprised, man. Like, a lot of people were surprised when Epstein died. Don't be surprised if the diddler don't make it. Don't be surprised, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if you ain't never been through, like, come on, man. If you ain't been through nothing and what, Puff's 55, last time he probably seen a struggle 30, 40 years ago. Last time he really was struggling, like struggling. Like, come on, man. Come on. Don't be surprised, man. Like, and with Jeffrey Epstein, bro, like, he was a fraud. He frauded his way all the way through. Like, please go watch that shit, man. That nigga frauded his way all the way the fuck through. Word. Who Jeffrey Epstein? Like, but Puff ain't got no home. What homeland Puff gonna go back to? Mount Vernon? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, listen, Jeffrey Epstein had princes from all over the world, bruh. Like, yeah, Jeffrey, bruh, he had, like, even if you was just coming to that party, if you was invited to that party, right? You ain't know, like, he just told you that you, like, you know, beautiful women gonna be there, such and such. I got, how you like them? What age? Cool, got you. He like, you like, if you just like, yo, if you invited to that party because you becoming that person, they want to have, that's how they get your motherfucking ass. You may not even do nothing at that party. You may leave that night. But you took a picture with this motherfucking this. You don't even know you standing in between 4 or 5 pedophiles. By the time you figured out, you like, fuck, I just took like 5 pictures with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? You like, I was seeing with them niggas on video. Like, God damn. Like, nigga, like, okay, I don't under, like, people that are young, right? Like, the shit is crazy, right? They don't understand, like, now that it's coming out, and they're like, well, he been having these parties for years. Like, yeah, but just recently has he got, like, just, loose with it. Before, it was, that shit ain't real, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, hey, man, hey, yo. So, when it come to that shit, it was like with Jeffrey Epstein, man, he had these niggas. He had so many different people around him that by the time he figured it out, it's too late. And he like, fuck. And then you see some shit and it's like, you go back and you know what I'm saying? It's like, you in a different ball game now, because it's like, fuck. Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just like, what the, like, if you down, then you're like, what the fuck am I here for? And then, but back in the day when Puff, like, was throwing them damn white parties in 2000 and whatever, 8, 9, 10, 12, like, those was the shits to be at if you was trying to grow your brand. Because those was only invite. And now it look bad that, you might have went into the party, you and your damn wife, and, y'all was celebrating. It was his birthday. It was a certain holiday, fireworks and shit like that. It was a movie premiere or certain shit like, oh, yo, listen, we got this, like, because you got to think, when you go into a party like that, you may hear the new Jay-Z album, the new Kanye shit, the new Taylor Swift, like, you hear shit that motherfuckers can't get to. Like when Kanye said a nigga called him, he was like, no, I can't because I'm watching Never Seen Before Dave Chappelle skits. And no, because my life is dope and I do dope shit and I can't do it. Like, that's like different to people's shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you like, you show up to the party, so now they got Kobe showing up to the party. They killing LeBron right now, bro. That shit is retarded. Ain't no
Oh man, I
like
seen that thing with the French maid outfit. You seen LeBron in a French maid outfit, man? I said, oh man.
Being fashionable, trying to grow your brand, like, and then fuck around and knowing what's going on, like, yo, bro, it get like now it's like you can't say nothing, like, because now, like, oh well, Usher deleted 7,000 tweets, and somebody else just deleted 4,000 tweets from the last few years. Who the fuck you got? Like, could you imagine you trying to delete? If you was on Twitter since it started and you've been tweeting like a motherfucker, could you imagine trying to delete all the fucking tweets that had anything to do related with that motherfucker? Yeah, Pink, word of mother. Facts, Hollow. Facts. Could you imagine that, bro? You had to get your team. Hey, get all that shit off there. Get all that shit. Bring it all down. Bring it all down. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain freaky shit that people be like, all right, but then it's like the other shits, man. Like, you don't want like a comedian imagination or a nigga like, man, you know what? Like, and then we know niggas in the street, like, man, this nigga's shooting, robbing the niggas, and man, I know like 2-3 Omars, man. Keep it a buck with you. And they ain't even got money like that. So what you think I think these niggas doing? You know what I'm saying? Just being real with you, bro. Like, yo, like, I'm different, my nigga. Like when it comes to some street shit and it comes to like some other shit, like, bro, like, like if it make enough sense, yeah. If you and an other person's shit don't make sense, yeah, you done lost. You lost. You lost. Cause I see shit from a different perspective. Crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so nah, you lost, nigga. Like, so I'm looking at this shit like, yo, bro, this nigga. I said it before, like when he first got charged with this shit and they raided his cribs, I was like, oh shit. If that nigga don't or can't get the fuck out of here on some business type shit, he done fucked up. And I wonder if he was given the green light to go before they, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's gonna come, bro. Like, you just not gonna be here forever. Like, listen, you might want to find you something to or whatever, because you know, his green light probably was, right after he fucked with them damn people from Ciroc and was calling them racist and shit. And then because after that, like everything stuck after that. Before then, he was bulletproof. He was whatever. That nigga was slicking and possum shit. Real talk. But after that, like when the white people, your weed deal, your liquor deal, they pull your clothes out of major clothing and stock and shit like that. They ask you have to step down from revolt. Cassie's the biggest one you settle with, but you settle with a few people in that time frame. But you settle with Cassie so fast, it was crazy. Then all these other allegations come out. Young Miami books it on your ass quicker than a motherfucker. Then niggas, then it's like, well, oh shit, what's left? The biggest troll in the world, 50 Cent. Now niggas start going back, like, you know what I'm saying? Now niggas start going back and looking. Now you got all types of other shit. Now niggas is like, man, you know what I'm saying? The Cat Williams interview, murder. Niggas going back and watching that even more. Shout out Shannon Sharp. That made him probably the most watched goddamn interview on YouTube now. Niggas going back and watching the fuck out of that shit in them clips right now. Then they raid all three of your cribs but they don't raid. They don't show. They show the Miami and the Los Angeles shit. They don't show the New York shit till after everybody was coming out that bitch. I wonder what they had in there. They had your sons in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Your son was in handcuffs out there for a little bit. Like, bruh, you and they was in LA. You was in Miami.
His daughters ain't even back anymore. They so like I'm like, man.
Not to mention, like everybody's. Then you got the bullshit bloggers that's getting bullshit numbers off of. Oh well, they was throwing shit out on the plane because remember he let Young Miami use one private jet with her homegirls and they was going to celebrate a party, and he was on another private jet with some bitches way better than Young Miami and her friends. That's where he was about to go when they stopped him on the jet. So when you like, you know what I'm saying? Like Diddy on some like, bro, and then I was like, yo, this nigga is not gonna be able to. He ain't gonna be able to go in there and have somebody tell him where he can go, when he can go, what time. Like you can't leave this here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got into jail yet and bought everybody off. Nigga, you in a holding cell. Like you and you trying to put up 50 mil and they said no. You example time, bro. So when it comes to that shit, man, and unless he got shit where he really trusts everybody to hold that shit, or this, like, man, listen, you gonna fuck around, somebody gonna find like he gonna be found hanging from something or poison. Watch what I tell you. You're in a federal detention center. That's not a jail, bro. It's not just like a regular jail like they show you on TV. That's not that. That's not that. That's not that. So yeah, nah. Like he got round the clock lawyers, like all that shit. Like nah, ain't nobody not trying to help him. So him not getting out, him going to trial, like that's that New Jack City shit, man. Everybody going down with me. Every single soul, all y'all.
Yeah.
If you don't get me up out of here, nigga, if you don't kill me, nigga, listen, I'm gonna cut a deal. That by the time you figure out the deal I'm gonna cut so sweet, by the time you figure out I actually cut the deal, I'll be doing a damn Instagram video with Russell Simmons.
Yo, bro, he gonna start saying, listen, if y'all don't get me the fuck up out of here, don't kill me before my joint come up, I'm gonna start singing like Paulie Castellano.
Word of mother.
I'm gonna take down this whole family. Trust me, because I'm not going out by myself. Not like this. This is not how I'm going in my story. You feel what I'm saying?
Not by myself. No. When y'all like the niggas like that you know what I'm saying, and like y'all, the niggas that created me, no, it's not going down.
Yeah.
Clive Davis's, like everybody else, kind of like, you know, the older niggas that we don't, other motherfuckers that we don't know about, that he is able to expose, and like bro, I think it was something like either like 15 or 23 CEOs or president of this or whatever stepped down right after he damn, like, even if you was thinking about stepping down, you can't step down. Like, nah, I'm gonna be caught up in that Diddy shit. I was like, listen, I really ain't running it, but I'm gonna step down like 6 or 8 months from now. You like I can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't be just seen with this nigga shit. Like, you gotta step down when it's cool, bro. Like, and then like you think about it, like you like, well, I'm gonna step down from the company. Well, hold on, Diddy just got indicted on this, that, and the third. Well, what they got to do with me? I ain't saying anything got to do with you, but you do know, like all like 15 and counting CEOs done stepped down from their positions or president. Oh shit. Oh, I can't be caught up in that. I don't even, because you're gonna take a hit. Nike, like what you like the Nike going like, bro, Nike, the dude from Nike, why what you step down for? Huh? You got health issues? Have you been talking about stepping down? Or did he get locked up? They talking about they got some tapes and you stepping down. Oh, hell no. To the no. Hell no. No. Mm-mm. You was at some of them parties? You was at the Epstein? You was at them Epstein Island? Oh man, you got you nah. Mm-mm. Throwing them diamonds upside down. Mm-mm. I just noticed that Jim Carrey ain't done no movies like that since that damn Jimmy Kimmel interview. A lot of shit going on around here, man. But it was a good one for tonight, man. I'm about to get ready to make dinner, man. Anyway, y'all wanna anything y'all wanna say before we get up out of here about these funny niggas and Steve Stout too, because Steve Stout, you part of them funny bunny ass niggas talking shit about my nigga Dane. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, nigga.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm gonna just say this, bro. When the first time I met Diddy, I saw him at a college party. This was a little bit after he did the "You Got to Chill" video, which everybody saw. He was a dancer and shit like that. Then the second time I saw him, I think it was the Dougie Fresh "It's Party Time" video, where he did it like a block party and shit like that. This chick Big Les put me onto that video.
Oh, Big Les. You ain't gotta say this chick, nigga. We know who Big Les is.
Okay, so I didn't know.
Big Les is, nigga, word.
So Big Les puts me on because she knows my homeboy Mike, who was like my manager back then for the dance and shit. So long story short, I get out there, I see Diddy again, blah blah blah. You feel what? When that dude that was back then when he was a dancer, extremely cool ass nigga. You would not think that this is where he would end up. It's two different human beings, completely, totally. You wouldn't even read that he was into this crazy shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, money and everything else, just the opportunity because you have the money, the willingness of everybody that's involved because you have the money. This the classic example. You feel what I'm saying?
Because again, what you saying is from back then, right? Everybody dead except for Albie Shaw.
True.
Everybody dead was like, bro. I'm a like one of the greatest niggas of all time to me. Like I'm always love his music. It's Heavy D. Who's that nigga? But
that's what I said on the last one. I was like, listen, if you really want to know who Diddy and Al Heyman is, just look at the story of Heavy D and the Fat Boys, and then look at how Heavy D brought Mary J into this music shit.
So yeah, I mean that man turned into something else. That's what Andre Harrell turned into him. But funny how Andre Harrell died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just say I guess my last piece, man, is it's good. It was good to get a step away from boxing. That's why I like coming over here sometime when we ain't gonna talk about boxing, man. And it was a good pleasant distraction for me from boxing. But the big thing is from Puffy. This is a prime example of somebody. You think somebody winning and they doing it so big and so grand, but you don't know behind the scenes what they're willing to do. That's why I always ask people to a certain extent, is like, how much is enough? Like once you know what I'm saying? We all know that, you know what I'm saying, the story of Icarus. When you try to fly too high, your wings will get singed. And I think that it's a threshold to where it becomes greed and gluttony, and you develop these unsavory fetishes and get introduced to shit because you're bored and you don't have nothing else to do with your fucking money. But this is a prime example of just stay your lane, stay your course. You know what I'm saying? And even no matter how crazy it look, because for him to get away with some of the things he's been able to get away with, some people thought it would never come to an end. But it's a marathon, not a race, man. So just keep running your race, man, and let this be a lesson to where, like, yeah, you might think you getting away with some shit, or yeah, you feeling like big bad as a motherfucker. But at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come out. And when it do, are you gonna be able to deal with it? Because he ain't gonna be able to work at 7-Eleven. Period.
Nah, he better, like, if he get around this shit somehow or get minimal time for this shit somehow, when you get out, his best bet is probably go over to a foreign country. Over to a foreign country, live there for a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? And then try to make your way back through one of these reality shows like House of Villains or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Because, you know.
Hey, listen, man.
It is what it is.
What bad have, I ain't gonna lie to you. What a bad have done got me lucky a few nights with the ladies. So you know what I'm saying? Because Hello said, he said Heavy is my little cousin's uncle. He said my cousin married his brother Jared. So like, and when it come to that, bro, like the shit on Diddy, bro, is not gonna be no movie. That shit gonna be a saga. This shit, bro, like for real, like go back and watch that Jeffrey Epstein shit. He was a behind the scene type nigga. What you think they gonna do to the front right?
Yo, listen. You saw Surviving R. Kelly. Wait till you see the Surviving P. Diddy.
Not the Tubi version.
Unless they gonna get this man some plastic surgery and send his ass to Brazil, we don't know, man. That's the whole thing. Because who gonna have enough to be able to research to see where this motherfucker at and what he doing? That's the other side to the old Epstein. That shit sound good.
See, you can get like Epstein, you can get away with.
Epstein could have got away with it because after he would have did his jail time, Epstein doesn't have the type of face that if he was standing on anywhere where either one of us are from, the most popular spot, the average person would say, "Oh shit, that's Jeffrey Epstein." They just be sitting there like, who that white dude standing there, or just not even pay attention to him. But Diddy,
nowhere in the world you
he gonna show up, just his personality and who he is. He's gonna show up with an entourage. He's gonna be way overdressed for the situation and shit like that, in some crazy ass dark ass sunglasses.
Listen,
just bringing attention to himself.
I'll put it like this, and I'm gonna leave with this, man. A motherfucking nose job, a motherfucking chin lift, a motherfucking hairline, such and such. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some tan, and you're a whole different guy in another. In you know what I'm saying? In Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? It's like we don't even fucking know. I just know that shit sound good. You know what I'm saying? But I just know, man, they keep players, man. Like, come on, man. The technology. I'll put it like this: the technology, these phones we got in our hand right now, they are outdated as a motherfucker, man. They dealing with some shit that's like 3-4 stages more advanced, maybe even 5 more than what we're dealing with right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it like that, man. But good cook, man. Good. A wonderful distraction for me, man, because I be talking that boxing, but I think it's good to get away sometimes and just, you know what I'm saying, just chop it about some shit that's going on, man. That's what you bring to the game, man. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. I appreciate y'all pulling up.
All right, bro. Y'all have a good evening.
Y'all too, man.
All right.
Oh, we getting up out of here, man. Peace to everybody, family, man, because you know. You gotta speak on shit. Sometimes you gotta speak on shit, man, because these people are different. So, but let me leave y'all a little bit of something. Close out a full show, right? Because I played some of Mace earlier, right? But I'm gonna play a little bit of Gene Deal.
No, taking a shower.
There's certain things that shit like oh, here's one right here. My fault. Oh fuck. There's certain things like this, right? Like about your favorite singing shit like that, or your favorite artist. And certain people will say like that everybody gonna believe now. Everyone will believe. So don't say I ain't tell you to go find it over there first or whatever. But you heard it here first, where to go get it.
How you feel about Dunn suing Diddy?
I could be shooting myself in the foot, but I said this on my show, so I know, excuse me, I know people gonna jump on this like a fat rat in a cheese factory, but I don't care. When we were in the studio one night, Dawn wasn't there, but Puff had his little street team, engineers in there, and he said, and I said this before, he said, they're going to keep messing with me, and I don't know who that they was. It could be their parents. It could be their management team. They're going to keep messing with me, and I'm going to drug all of them up and pimp them out to my nigga. That's what Puff said about Danity Kane. Whether he was playing, because they was laughing and joking, and I said out of my mouth in front of him, man, them somebody's daughters. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? I got daughters. That's exactly what I said and walked out the studio. So my whole thing about that is this. If he did it, or if he wasn't playing, did he say it out his mouth? Yes, he did. Did I hear him say that? Yes, I did. But I ain't in the indictment.
You think he gonna get sued by any other bad boy artists?
It depends on where they at in the music business. It depends on what they trying to do in the music business. Some of them might be still trying to write behind the scenes. Some of them still might be trying to sing, do songs or whatever. It depends on where they at in the music business, man. Because what happens is that that's just like I explained that the other day on the Gene Deal show, is that when individuals have a dream to be something, whether it's in sports as an athlete, whether it's a band member in the music business or a singer in the music business or even a comedian. When somebody has the power over you, you may not come out, bruh. You might not say nothing. You might just keep trying and fake it until you make it. And I think that when people see that he was losing his power and his grip, it might be many more people that want to tell the true story behind their relationship with him. Did you know that the Lox, bruh, did I think we always love you, Big Papa. The Locks did that for nothing. They didn't get nothing out of that. All the proceeds were supposed to go to Big's mama. It's a dude that goes around and he investigate publishing on artists and for artists. I knew this years ago. Did you know he finagled the situation where Miss Wallace only got 75% and he got 25% and the Locks got nothing? But they end up working it out once the Locks and them people investigated that. Now, I ain't never spoke to the Locks about that. I spoke to the dude that investigated the thing and found it. And this was years ago. So the Locks ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. This the kind of, man, listen here. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. But I want to talk about this lawsuit by Dunn, right? And I want to get your opinion on it. It's a part in this lawsuit where she alleges that she was at a dinner with Neo, Usher, and Jimmy Iovine. And Diddy, he punched Cassie in the stomach and no one did anything. How you feel about that?
They were part of the dinner and they watched Cassie get abused in front of, Puffy abused Cassie in front of them. And neither one of those men, and they probably security was around too, did nothing to stop what he had did to Cassie. Now that's just crazy right there, bro. That is just crazy. Usher probably got a daughter. Neo probably got kids. I don't know. Jimmy Iovine, you know, he take about 15, 20 scoops of sugar in his coffee. So all those cats there, supposed to be men, watched that lady get abused right there in public, and they did nothing, brother. They did nothing. That goes to show you the power that he had mentally over them. Here go a woman witnesses, and this witnessing it and said, they said nothing. Yo, man, stop. Don't do that. Yo, not here, bro. Easy. Nothing. Don't do nothing. Say something. She said they didn't do anything and they didn't say nothing. That's the bad thing about it. If you're not going to do nothing, open your damn mouth and say something. And that's a lot wrong with our people right now. They don't even want you to say nothing.
Just saying. But I move different. I can feel it.